Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MPWF Annihilation, episode 17. I am your host, Dwayne James, Johnny Feelgood, and we are in the go-home show for MPWF Summerslam. Folks, we are live tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada, in the MPWF Arena, the home of the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And what a night of action we have for you. This is our final night with the Annihilation brand here on 2K24, folks, and we are going to go out with a bang. And honestly, we're starting off with an explosion because introducing first one of our semi-finalists in the King of the Ring tournament, the current reigning and defending Zero Limits champion, ladies and gentlemen, Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz. Then what an episode it was in our main event. For the first time ever, Angel Ortiz battled Sean Stevens. Ortiz was able to come out the victor in that matchup and will meet core wrestling legend Jamie Emo in the semi-finals on night one of SummerSlam here in 2025, as well as we will see the Cypher, the current YouTube champion, battle the undefeated Tora as well in night one, and night two of SummerSlam will be the King of the Ring final, folks. We're telling you it's going to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest SummerSlams of all time in MPWF history. And Ortiz is going to have a few words here to get off his chest before we arrive at the finals of the King of the Ring. Funny enough, the last King of the Ring winner here on YouTube was that man right there. His trainer, Ivan Volkov, the Russian badass, defeated Helios Christ in the finals of the 2014 King of the Ring, and Ortiz has a chance to get to the final, and you can hear by the Suplex City chants that Las Vegas, Nevada is ready for Angel Ortiz here tonight. We also know about the history between Ortiz and the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion Klaus, and how he would love to win this King of the Ring tournament to springboard him back to the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. Ortiz says, when it comes to Sub-Zero, there is no BS. I always get straight to the point, and the point is the King of the Ring final. That is my ticket to the MPWF World Championship. Last episode, I defeat the legend Sean Stevens, and now I have 3 other men standing in my way to retribution. 2 of them who I have a chance to get rid of myself at SummerSlam. Ortiz is all business, folks. There is no messing around when it comes to Sub-Zero here on Annihilation. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second here, folks. Ortiz barely ain't able to speak here to start the show because here comes his opponent at MPWF Summerslam. Core wrestling legend Jamie Emo looking to finally get that big-time pay-per-view matchup for the MPWF World Championship. And again, his road to that is winning the King of the Ring tournament. Again, Jamie Emo's name is synonymous around all of core wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And again, around the MPWF, he has been a special talent and has done special things here already in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. He has managed to get past that blip with Ryan Sparks and what he did to him at MPWF Survivor Series. And again, is looking to finish things off here by becoming the King of the Ring, and was hugely supported by the MPWF fans. We did a fan poll vote as to who do you think or want to win the King of the Ring. And Jamie Emo coming in second place by a large margin, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this confrontation. What a matchup this is going to be on night one of SummerSlam. Emo says, Ortiz, I think you need to know that I don't BS either. I'm not letting you take me down in the King of the Ring semifinals. We are both on very similar paths. You are still trying to prove that you are the real deal after your neck injury, and I'm trying to get back to my best and win the World Heavyweight title. Only one of us can win, and with all due respect, Ortiz, that will be me. Well, Jamie Emo cutting straight against the BS, going straight to the point here with Angel Ortiz. And Ortiz says, you know, I don't like the tone that you're using with me, Emo. I don't care where you've wrestled or who you've beaten. I am intimidated by no one. I will stare any man in the eye regardless of size, age, or legendary status, and I will beat them within an inch of their life to get the job done. My neck injury has not or will not set me back, so with all due respect, I'm going to win at SummerSlam. Folks, it's going to be an intense battle here. 2 of the most respected men in the MPWF battling at SummerSlam in the semi-finals, folks. So wait a minute. Oh, folks, it's Interruption City here tonight on Annihilation, because that is the music, Fate by Linkin Park. Of the other semi-finals, on the other side of the bracket, folks. And here is the undefeated Tora from Kyoto, Japan. Tora had an incredible matchup with Christopher Eagle, who was one half of the MPWF World Tag Team Champions last episode, to make it to the semi-finals. And Tora gonna make sure that he gets his 2 cents in here before MPWF Summerslam. What a way to start off this night of Annihilation. 4 of the biggest stars on this brand battling to become the king of the ring. What an ovation for Tora as well here tonight, especially among the ring of legends, folks. Jamie Emo, a bona fide legend of old pro wrestling. Angel Ortiz has been on the top of the MPWF since we returned in 2020, folks. And again, you want to know a man who may have the most momentum here. Tora's never been pinned in the MPWF. No one has pinned him 1, 2, 3 or made him tap out yet. So that is a huge advantage for Tora going into the King of the Ring. And Tora says, I'm glad that I chose Annihilation to sign with when I joined the MPWF. I wanted to face the best, and the best is standing in the ring with me right now. But what you two and the rest of this roster needs to understand is that I am a silent rage. I am calculated and know when to strike. While you two argue amongst yourselves about who's going to win the semi-finals, you will lose to the undefeated Tora. Folks, Tora, again, no fear, no intimidation, going right into both of these men's faces and saying, I'm going to beat both of you. And again, Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz, I ain't going to be nonplussed by that whatsoever. Wait a minute. I think we expected this with all 3 of these men out here, folks. The final quarter of these 4 men who will be in the King of the Ring semi-finals. Folks, introducing next is the current reigning and defending MPWF YouTube champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the New York Kid. Folks, one of the most popular superstars on the MPWF Annihilation brand. Let me introduce you to The Cypher. My goodness, folks, I think The Cypher has, the momentum that he has been building, and I think it comes off of that victory against CJ Parker at Bound by Honor, folks. But The Cypher winning the fan poll vote on YouTube. The MPWF fans believing that this man right here, the YouTube champion, is going to go on and win the King of the Ring tournament, defeating Jamie Emo in the fan poll vote, the first person in the MPWF to ever have done that, folks. That is the popularity of the YouTube champion. You can see by his eye what he has been through here in the first half of 2025. At WrestleMania 11, The Cypher made a bold prediction and said that he was going to main event WrestleMania. Well, winning the King of the Ring, we have seen what that has done for the careers of Stone Cold Steve Austin, of Triple H, of Edge, again, of Ivan Volkov, folks, who dominated as an undefeated world champion in the MPWF. The King of the Ring tournament, one of the most prestigious tournaments in all of wrestling, and one of these 4 men has the opportunity to win it at SummerSlam. What an ovation here, folks. And all the semi-finalists in the ring. Listen to this crowd here in Las Vegas. Chanting, "Come on New York," to the New York Kid from Queens. The Cypher, the smallest man out the 4, but maybe the biggest heart out of all the people here in this situation. Insane, folks. And The Cypher says, I know that you ain't mentioning the King of the Ring finals without mentioning The Cypher. So I told you to be careful with what you wish for, because you're going to get a glorious fight. And you're going to get your first glorious loss against me. Jamie Emo, you a legend, one of the best to ever do it, but it's not 2008 anymore. The Cypher is the 2025 and beyond, and Ortiz, we have a lot of history, but if you make it to the final, we will finally have our match. I want a final that would be at SummerSlam. Any matchup between these four men, what a final it would be, folks. Night 1 and 2 for SummerSlam, and the Cypher says, now we've been on the air for 10 minutes and all that's happened is chatter, chit. Now I know the four of us don't care about talking, and we want to prove who's going to win the King of the Ring at SummerSlam. And seeing as we ain't at SummerSlam yet, let's get to fighting and see who has the upper hand. Let's see who can prove they are the best, for I am the Cypher and I have spoken. The Cypher, folks. The Cypher ready for a fight against either of these four men here in the ring. And wait a minute, there's Meredith Grey, the COO of the MPWF, and she says, hold on a second, gentlemen. I know all four of you are itching for a fight, and don't worry, you're going to get it. Later tonight, I'm scheduling a tag team match. Semi-final versus semi-final. The Cypher and Tora will take on Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz. This will be an unbelievable preview for SummerSlam, and it will, folks. What a matchup added to an already stacked card here tonight on MPWF Annihilation. The Cypher and Tora will team up against Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz. Folks, this is going to be an incredible night of Annihilation. We talked about how good MPWF World was this past episode. Annihilation looking to try and top it here. And folks, we're going to take a look at some of the matches that's taking place here tonight on this edition. Just announced, the Cypher and Tora will team up against Angel Ortiz and Jamie Emo. The two semi-finalists will meet each other. The main event of tonight, a casket match. Father versus son, Benson Clement versus Thanatos. That is going to be insane, ladies and gentlemen. As well, Lance King will battle Dragonheart. Dragonheart has had enough of Lance King and Billy Valentine, and he finally gets his hands on Lance King tonight. As well as Team Bloodshed will battle the Avenger and Ricky Cash as we preview the MPWF World Championship matchup at MPWF Summerslam. And folks, our opening contest of the evening. These two men were in a battle of words last episode that got to some fists being thrown. It's going to be T-Dot versus Malcom Grey here tonight on MPWF Annihilation. In a special clip review edition, folks. I cannot wait. And introducing first, the destroyer of Annihilation, T-Dot. A young star that has been certainly proven how good he can be here on the main roster. We saw how dominant he was in the World Wrestling Future. And folks, there is a level change getting to the main roster, and T-Dot has had to adjust for that. Again, T-Dot had an incredible matchup with Angel Ortiz for the Zero Limits title at Bound by Honor. And then you heard those comments from Malcom Grey telling T-Dot you weren't even in the King of the Ring tournament. You are slipping. Malcom Grey saying that if T-Dot and him were in the World Wrestling Future at the same time, he would have beaten T-Dot and ended his aura early. Let's not forget, folks, that Malcom Grey skipped the World Wrestling Future because at the time, his uncle Mason Grey was in control of the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And T-Dot took exception to that and put his hands on Malcom Grey, folks. And again, he's going to have an even bigger chance here tonight in this opening contest. And that's something I not only love about the MPWF, but especially the Annihilation brand. If you've got a problem with each other, let's get to fighting. It's as simple as that. There's no need to sit there and yap with each other. Malcom Grey wants to sit there and instigate and talk his ish against T-Dot. We'll fight the man and let's see what happens. And here he is, Malcom Grey, who had a successful debut last episode. Again, very arrogant, very cocky. Let's face it, folks, he's a Nepo baby. We love Meredith Grey. But Malcom Grey's never struggled a day in his life, folks. Everything has come easy to him. Again, this man is 6'4". This guy could have been in the NBA or the NFL if he wanted to. He could do anything he wants to do, folks. And he knows it. That's where that chill, cool demeanor comes from, because Malcom Grey, not Mason Gray, I'm glad he's gone from the MPWF. Malcom Grey knows that he can achieve anything, folks. For Malcom Grey, it's just a matter of time before he finds championship gold success here in the MPWF. But I tell you what, doesn't matter how much protection you have in money, how much protection you have from family, if you stand across the ring in front of a man like T-Dot, it's going to be more than family protection that you'll need. I'll tell you that right now. Maybe witness protection, folks, because T-Dot ain't playing around, especially when you insult a man like this. You hear this crowd here raining down on Malcom Grey. We saw his mother, Meredith, make that announcement for later this evening, the Cypher and Tora to team up against Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz, as well as the Casket Match main event, folks. What a night it's going to be here on Annihilation. And again, you guys got to strap in with your seat belts, because we got ourselves a long ride here tonight. Our final Annihilation on 2K24. Again, hope you got your DoorDash ready if you're in the United States, or Uber Eats, or Skip the Dishes if you're here in Canada. I have no idea what the food delivery service is in the UK or around the rest of the world, but whatever it is, make sure that you are fed, watered, and ready, because Annihilation is here, folks. And what a clothesline there by T-Dot. And again, this is not going to be a catch-as-catch-can wrestling matchup, folks. This is not going to be chain wrestling here between these two men. This is going to be a fight here. And look at that, T-Dot mauling Malcom Grey here in the entranceway. And the referee doing the count here. Again, regular rules apply. This is not a hardcore matchup. T-Dot, the final hardcore champion in the MPWF, bringing the Zero Limits Championship to the Annihilation brand. Like I said, T-Dot has already experienced a lot of success here in the MPWF. Was very impressive in the Money in the Bank ladder matchup at WrestleMania. But T-Dot wants to get back to championship gold. We've talked about, again, how there's going to be a bigger emphasis on the divisions going after SummerSlam here, especially on Annihilation. And I got to believe that T-Dot is ready for that YouTube championship, folks. You know, not disrespecting the Zero Limits title. And again, T-Dot not a tag team wrestler, but I got to believe that that YouTube championship and the MPWF title and beyond is up there. T-Dot's ready for it. As Malcom Grey here with his fists, gonna try and prove me wrong here. So look at how cool he is. The man's wearing a chain whilst he's fighting, folks. And now look at this big time body slam there by Malcom Grey. So Malcom Grey, for anybody that watches cricket, he looks like a West Indian cricket player, folks, with that chain on. Cool, calm, and collected. There it is, folks. There it is. He ain't concerned about nothing. And I look at the power here of Malcom Grey, and oh my gosh. But you want to talk about derailing momentum. Malcom Grey picks up a victory here. This could be bad for T-Dot. T-Dot will slip further and further down the card, which he does not want to do at all. But Malcom now going after that leg here. And now he's got T-Dot. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going for the sidewalk slam. But look at the power there of Malcom Grey. Dropping T-Dot. Whip that slam to the ground, and T-Dot kick it out at one, though. And again, that takes a lot of effort to pick up a man the size of T-Dot. But now, oh man, look at that leg sweep there by T-Dot. T-Dot leading up a bit, has been really working on his cardio, folks. And oh my goodness gracious me. T-Dot just drove his forearm to the face of Malcom Grey, and I think he just split him open here, folks. And yeah, you can see it right there above that right eye, folks. Malcom Grey here, tough as well, fighting past the fact that his head just got split open by that elbow. Again, it's a reason why 12-6 has not been in the UFC. And there's a sidewalk slam there by Malcom Grey, because that was vicious. And Malcom trying to end this one quickly here. T-Dot ain't playing at all, folks. What an opening matchup, and what a way to start off MPWF Annihilation, episode 17. I mentioned it before, our final show here on 2K24, folks. And I get caught there by T-Dot. T-Dot himself is bleeding as well. Again, heavy hands of both of these men. What a clothesline there by T-Dot. And now, off the ropes here. Now, big back body drop there by T-Dot. Malcom Grey in trouble. And now here is the spine buster by the Destroyer. T-Dot with this crowd here sold out in the MPWF arena. And now, oh, there it is. Fatality, folks. Fatality to Malcom Grey. And old Malcom just got the shoulder up. And I don't know how he did that, folks. That is one of the nastiest, most destructive maneuvers we have ever seen in wrestling. Fatality. T-Dot sent that man 6 feet in the air. And now the elbow off the second rope for the cover here. 2. And Malcom Grey gets the shoulder up again. T-Dot's just going to stay on him, folks. Again, there's not much you can do after that. When you get hit with a move like that, it's pretty much done, folks. And oh wait, Malcom Grey fights back though. And oh, what a right hand. That one dropping T-Dot. And T-Dot realizing it here. Malcom Grey made that man go spaghetti legs, and there's another one. And T-Dot this time having to use the ropes to get to his feet. And now Malcom Grey's going to go for the jackknife powerbomb. Oh, there's no way he's going to get T-Dot off of this. And no, back body drop. Not a wise move there by Malcom Grey. And look at these strikes here by T-Dot. Oh my gosh, that was a big one. That one sent Malcom Grey all the way to the buckle. And now T-Dot going for his finishing mover. The muscle buster. And he hits it. Muscle buster to Malcom Grey by the Destroyer with the cover. T-Dot picks up the victory here tonight. What a hard-hitting contest to start off Annihilation, folks. These two young men, like I said, this was big, meaty men beating the hell out of each other, folks. That's what this was. My goodness. You want to talk about strong style, folks. The muscle buster by the Destroyer. And T-Dot gets the victory, bleeding it all. But continuing to build that momentum here on the Annihilation brand. I said this crowd is cheering T-Dot more and more and more every time he comes out to the ring, folks. Oh, wait a minute. Then Malcom Grey grabbed a weapon. Malcom Grey with a shove from T-Dot, not realizing it. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Malcom Grey, the sore loser. The sore loser. You got beat by T-Dot here, fair and square. And oh, wait a minute. He's going to go for that jackknife. He's going to go for that jackknife here on T-Dot. And Malcom has him up here and now. Oh my goodness. The power it takes to hit that jackknife powerbomb. Oh, wait a minute. T-Dot getting to his feet again. T-Dot not going to stay down here. And Malcom Grey's just going to do it again, folks. Wait, there's a second jackknife powerbomb and he drops him again. And oh, wait a minute. Malcom picking him up for a third one. Not a third one. Not a third jackknife powerbomb. Malcom Grey with T-Dot in the air. 3 jackknife powerbombs to the Destroyer. And Malcom Grey just turned on his music, folks. My goodness. 3 jackknife powerbombs. I was mentioning before how he's cool, calm, and collected. But not here tonight, folks. He lost his cool here against T-Dot. Malcom Grey with destruction over T-Dot here. 3 jackknife powerbombs, folks. And look at who has arrived in the arena. Pandora and Sasha Fierce. Pandora will compete tonight, but she will meet Serenity at MPWF Summerslam for the MPWF Women's World Championship. And here we are with the Anabolic Autonomy, who will take on Feng Lee and a surprise partner later tonight here. Let's hear what they have to say. Stacy Sweet says the only a-holes here are you protein deficient morons and that little twerp Feng Lee. As you can see, we are standing in the most holy place in the world, and that is the gym. Something you mouth breathers wouldn't know about. And guess what? Stacy Sweet is in a good mood today. My spotter guy is back, and tonight we have a chance to shut up that little cosplay nerd, Feng Lee up. Well, folks, Stacy Sweet is a man of words, or man with special words, as he says, you see, we've got ourselves a tag team match against Feng Lee in his official Annihilation debut, and he has to find a partner. But let's face it, who's going to want to team up with a limp wrist, 135-pound bench pressing, anti-girl getting, Dungeons & Dragons, cyber goon, and loser? He's got no friends here. We're going to shut down his little cyber party earlier, and then after that, it is really time for some gold. Everyone looking for championship gold here on the Annihilation brand. And Stacy Sweet is close to it. What's Guy gonna say here? And he says, and this message, Chump Stains, was brought to you by Mr. Stacy Sweet. Stacy, if you're nasty. Guy prop it up for Stacy Sweet, folks, but we're gonna take a look at what happened to Faye Bartlett in Paris, France, as we get ready for this special tag team match at Summerslam. And Bartlett, oh my God, throwing Angelina Peace into the top turnbuckle here. And up over the right hand there by Faye Bartlett. And what on earth is Faye Bartlett going for here? Wait a minute, Angelina Peace looks shocked. What's happening here? Oh my God! Oh my God! Off the top rope! Off the top. Well, wait a second! Wait a minute! That's Cecilia Perez! And Bartlett looking on! As she just said, what the hell, Cecilia? Bartlett just hit a huge move off the top rope. Cecilia Perez just came through the crowd. And wait, Angelina Peace now with a crucifix driver on Faye Bartlett. What the hell just happened here? Crucifix driver, kick to the midsection. Angelina Peace now has a run with a powerbomb cutter there by Angelina Peace to hook the leg here on Faye Bartlett. Kick out, kick out. Oh my God, folks. They had mentioned it for the backstory at the beginning of this match, but Cecilia Perez, who hasn't been seen on YouTube in 11 years, ladies and gentlemen, just showed up here, and Angelina Peace, who was beaten flat out, just took the victory here and is still the Intercontinental Champion, meaning that Faye Bartlett will lose her mask as she has pinned Faye Bartlett in Paris, France. Oh my goodness, folks. Now wait a minute, Joe DuPont has been taken out backstage. What the hell is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? We need some answers here right now. DuPont has been taken out so she could prevent this. And oh my word, Angelina Peace brought Cecilia Perez with her. What the hell did we just witness here in the main event of Annihilation? Angelina Peace still the Intercontinental Champion, with Cecilia Perez the original triumvirate of new women's wrestlers in the MPWF. It was heartbreak 3 episodes ago for Faye Bartlett, but she looks to get her retribution at MPWF Summerslam in tag team competition with Joan DuPont. As she says here, that moment still haunts me to this day. I thought it would be because I lost my mask. I thought it would be because I lost to Angelina, but the screw job in front of my home, in front of my family, Joan getting assaulted by Angelina and Cecilia, it's all my fault. I failed in front of everyone I've ever cared about. I have to live with that. I don't know when the next time the MPWF will head to France, but I will fix this. Get nothing but pride from being from France for Faye Bartlett. She says, Angelina will not give me an Intercontinental title shot willingly. So step one is I will head to Underground and compete and win the Women's Underground Championship. As soon as I win, I will challenge Angelina to a match for the title on Underground episode 18. So Faye Bartlett saying that she has that chance to hold that championship. She's cashing in right away, folks. She's wasted no time to get that shot at Angelina Peace, and Joan DuPont says step two is to continue what we started at ECCW, but this time at SummerSlam. And as said, she's speaking French here, folks. She says, Cecilia, I just want you to know that no one has forgotten your part to play in this game. I owe you for ECCW, and I will take it at SummerSlam. What a tag team war this has been here between all of these women thus far. And Faye Bartlett says, and the final step, step three, is winning the Intercontinental title. I will get my revenge, Angelina, and I will up the stakes. When I win the Underground title, when I challenge you for the Intercontinental title on episode 18, I want to return where this all started. She wants to take her to hell, folks. That's what she's saying. She wants to beat down on Angelina Peace. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at what happened on MPWF War with Dragonheart and Billy Valentine. And Billy Valentine with his second tight roll-up victory here in the MPWF. Billy Valentine continuing his success here in the core challenge. Wait a minute! There's Dragonheart with a trash can, with a metaphor for what he thinks of Billy Valentine, and he just threw the trash can at him. And now, oh my goodness, reverse ride of the Lance King. And Yamamoto Yoshino now taking out Billy Valentine. And now, wait a minute. And now, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Dragonheart sending a message to Lance King and Billy Valentine. Look at this stunner here by Dragonheart. Folks, it is going to be intense. And I'm being told right now with my headset that on Annihilation episode 17, it is going to be Lance King and Dragonheart in a rematch, folks. Dragonheart looks to finally get rid of Lance King before the core challenge and before MPWF Summerslam 2025. You know, it's going to feel good for Dragonheart being able to stand tall. Well, Dragonheart finally getting to get some revenge, folks, on MPWF War. And he's looking to finish it off, but here is a man that is looking to get a massive victory here tonight. Again, we thank everybody for taking part in the core challenge. It has been a long road, but we are finally at the finals at MPWF SummerSlam, and that man accompanying him, Billy Valentine, will meet Dragonheart in the final. But here is semi-finalist Lance King, again from the same creator, Bone Crusher MT, where you can find more of his cores and an updated version of both Billy Valentine and Lance King on 2K25, folks. But Lance King, again, if he could beat Dragonheart in here tonight, who's to say that KK Kwam wouldn't look at this and go, you know what, I need this man on my roster, folks. Again, who's to say that after this matchup, the MPWF fans aren't like, Lance King was so impressive that I need this guy on my roster. I need this guy to be in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Again, it is never over till it's over. And even if he doesn't win the core challenge, Lance King could do enough to impress here to stay in the MPWF. We saw how impressive Caleb Frost was on MPWF War, folks, in that tag team title matchup. Came ever so close to becoming CW World Tag Team Champion. But again, it's all about those shoulda, woulda, couldas. Here is a man who has the opportunity to win it all at MPWF SummerSlam. He will be making his MPWF Click Per-View, joint roster debut, because he was on MPWF Bound by Honor, but to be on with the joint show at MPWF SummerSlam, one of our biggest shows of the year. Can Dragonheart pull it out the bag? Can he beat Lance King here tonight? The thing you also want to worry about too is Billy Valentine is on the outside of the ring. Dragonheart has no backup, folks. He is doing this all on his own. And again, it's endearing him to the MPWF fans. He has won every fan poll vote. and the fans are 100% on his side and would love to see Dragonheart as a part of the MPWF roster. But he's got to get past Lance King here tonight, and he's got to get past Billy Valentine at MPWF Summerslam. So look at the focus on Dragonheart, folks. Mr. Geronimus Prime here in the MPWF. Again, this is a rematch from Bound by Honor from the semi-finals. Again, I think some of Dragonheart's innovative offense caught Lance King off guard at Bound by Honor, I should say. You can take that the way you see, have it the way you want it, folks. And you cannot allow that to happen to him here tonight. He has got to stay focused here. He knows about the high flying of Dragonheart. And that's the other thing too. Billy Valentine is taking notes, folks. As we have seen, Billy Valentine is very, very calculated. Even though he sings his own theme song, oh my gosh. Dragonheart is all over Lance King in the early going of this matchup. But even though Billy Valentine sings his own theme song, is a grade A narcissist, Billy Valentine is very calculated and want to dive to the outside there by Dragonheart. And it is going to be a psychological battle between Dragonheart and Billy Valentine at MPWF SummerSlam. Again, one wrestler the MPWF fans hate, one wrestler the MPWF fans absolutely love. One wrestler has a much flashier style, the other wrestler has a very grounded style, folks. It is truly two opposite sides of the coin fighting each other at SummerSlam in the Core Challenge final. Dragonheart now gonna springboard off the ropes here. Beautiful Dragon Rana there. Dragonheart, like I said, that innovative offense. And oh, wait a second. Oh, Dragonheart not messing around here. Billy Valentine coming in for a distraction. And Dragonheart now. Oh my goodness. Getting that stunner there on the ropes. Again, that's how you gotta deal with a man like Billy Valentine. But oh, wait a minute. It might have allowed Lance King too much time to recover here. And like I said, that's what Dragonheart has to watch out for. And that's why Dragonheart needs to put down Lance King here tonight at MPWF SummerSlam. Sorry, at MPWF Annihilation. Again, ahead of myself, folks. We ain't at SummerSlam just yet. As he went for that drop kick, Lance King moved out the way. And oh my gosh, what a bicycle kick. And now Lance King here got him in that ripcord. And what a forearm to the face that... or elbow. Again, you can take it the way you see it, have it the way you want it. And now look at this, mounting Dragonheart as Lance King. And again, I don't think Lance King gets enough credit for his in-ring IQ. We saw that when he was catching Dragonheart in those power bombs at Bound by Honor. And right now here, he is foregoing wrestling. He is simply whooping that ass here tonight on Annihilation. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all you need. As Lance King now. Oh my gosh. Using that power there, that gut wrench suplex. Throwing Dragonheart on his stomach, and again, right on that gut, folks. Same thing as what that German suplex will do. It'll fold you up like an accordion, but it will affect that gut, affect that midsection. And no probiotic in the world can protect you from that, folks. And again, if you need a probiotic, I guess ask Stacy Sweet. Yeah, how interesting is that going to be? Who is Feng Lee going to find as a tag team partner against the Anabolic Autonomy in his debut match later tonight? Again, still to come, folks. Tag team action as well. 2 sets of tag team matches. We've got Team Bloodshed versus the Avenger and Ricky Cash, as well as the Cypher and Tora versus Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz. And our main event, which will be a casket match. Father versus son, Benson Clement versus Thanatos, as Dragonheart fighting back here in this matchup. Dragonheart with that collar elbow tie up, sends Lance King to the ropes, drops under him, and now get that Hurricane Rana again. And Lance King needs to find a way to get back on top of Dragonheart. Allowing him this much room is bad, and there's the moonsault, but Lance King moves out the way. See Billy Valentine giving instructions there on the outside of the ring. And now, oh, what an elbow. What an elbow, folks. If you want to talk to Dragonheart as well, join our Discord. The link is in the comment section below, where you can talk to many MPWF fans about all kinds of things. Wrestling, the MPWF, the new Superman movie, folks. Whatever you want to talk about, we talk about it on Discord. But right here, he's got that reverse chin lock, knee in the back. Some people call it a boring maneuver, I call it effective, as Dragonheart fights back with strikes here. And now Dragonheart catches, oh my god! Taz would have been impressed with that suplex there by Dragonheart. And that is how you change the momentum, right there with a suplex like that, my goodness. And now wait a minute, Dragonheart going off the ropes. Dragonheart now dive all the way to the outside and beat Billy Valentine trying to trip Dragonheart on the other side of the ring. But what a dive there by Dragonheart, the finalist to the core challenge. And now Dragonheart telling Lance King to go. Oh, Lance King saying yes sir. But oh wait, reversal there by Dragonheart. And our big clothesline there in the corner. Dragonheart springboard and all the way into a DDT. Lance King got dropped on his head. Dragonheart now looking for the end of this one. I don't want to kick there. Oh my goodness. 2 straight kicks to the face by Dragonheart with the cover. 2. And Lance King gets the shoulder up. Folks, this is our second matchup here tonight on episode 17 of MPWF Annihilation. Again, the young stars have really taken over here as Lance King set to the outside of the ring. Dragonheart with full steam ahead, and there is a Hurricane Rana through the middle rope. That's why the fans love him, folks. And Dragonheart now going after Billy Valentine. You cannot blame him, folks. You cannot blame him. At what point do you get sick and tired of the man disrespecting you? He just powerbombed him in the steel steps. He just powerbombed the steel steps, but now Dragonheart's got to focus on a matchup with Lance King. And if Lance King can make it to SummerSlam, this right here is the issue. And Lance King has him up, and oh my goodness, a high elevated backstabber there by Lance King to pin Dragonheart tonight, but Dragonheart gets the shoulder up. Lance King now questioning, what is it going to take to pin Dragonheart here on MPWF Annihilation? And now King up the second rope. Oh, wait a minute! The drop kick took out the referee and Dragonheart. And oh, wait a second now, come on. Referee's been taken out. Lance King now with the steel chair here. And Lance King dropping Dragonheart with the steel chair. Oh no, not this way, folks. Not this way. Steel chair shot. Billy Valentine now undoing the turnbuckle. And Lance King now has him up in that 99 crusher. And with the cover, this is going to be it here, folks. Oh, Dragonheart got the shoulder up. Look at the heart. Look at the heart of Geronimo's Prime Dragonheart here tonight. I know Dragonheart fighting back still. The Dragonheart trying to pull off a core challenge and winning performance here tonight. And now, Dragon Rana. And Lance King now having to use the ropes to hold himself up. And now Dragonheart, wait a minute, reversal there by Lance King. Dragonheart now moving out the way with those beautiful handsprings. And a drop kicking now. Dragonheart trying to fight back here. And oh my god, wait a minute, that was the unprotected turnbuckle. And oh, Billy Valentine realizing the mistake. Distracted Dragonheart here again. 5 is the official. I kick Billy Valentine out the arena. And wait a minute, baseball slide. Baseball slide. 1, 2. Oh, Dragonheart gets the shoulder up again. Lance King now went for that kick. Dragonheart reverses it. And Dragonheart now. Oh, the stunner. Shades of Sean Stevens. Dragonheart with the picture perfect stunner. Oh no, wait a minute, Dragonheart on the top rope. Gonna go for the red arrow. Red arrow for the referee. Billy Valentine telling the referee that the turnbuckle is unprotected and the referee putting it back up. And now the referee finally for the cover. 2. Lance King gets the shoulder up and a bad break for Dragonheart here tonight, folks. And oh, Lance King fired back again. And now over to the dropkick. Reversal there by Dragonheart. What a matchup this is here tonight. And another Hurricane Rana here by the Dragon. Now Dragonheart has Lance King there in the top turnbuckle. Oh my God! Dragonheart just did a Hurricane Rana from the floor to the top, and he could be looking for that shooting star press here, and Dragonheart hits it. Springboard SSP by Dragonheart with the cover 2, and he does it. What an effort by Dragonheart here tonight, folks. What an effort. That was one hell of a matchup, folks. Even Lance King, even through the shenanigans, what a match, folks. And look at that springboard shooting star press, giving Dragonheart the victory here on Annihilation. Running it back and defeating Lance King 2 times in a row here in the MPWF. Man, that's got to feel euphoric for Dragonheart. Building that momentum before MPWF Summerslam, before the Core Challenge final. Oh man, look at how much energy he's got to still do that, folks. How much energy has he still got to do that? What a victory here for Dragonheart. And oh, wait a minute. Billy Valentine was busy setting up a table, and now he dropped Dragonheart with a microphone. And Dragonheart maybe not wisely celebrating here, not keeping his eyes on Billy Valentine. I know, what is Billy Valentine doing here? No, 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 no. Billy Valentine throwing Dragonheart over the top rope through the table, folks. Dragonheart needs to put Billy Valentine through the table, folks. This has happened too many times, and there's the Ushigoroshi. Scheming and calculated is Billy Valentine, and going for it again in the second one to Dragonheart. Despicable here by Billy Valentine. And now Billy Valentine grabbing the microphone. And he says, do you know something that I find disturbing? Is how fickle the MPWF fans are. You all voted me, voted Billy Valentine to the semi-finals of the Core Challenge, and then you turned your back on me for this scrub? All because you don't like how I wrestle. I wrestle to win, baby, and that's exactly what's going to happen at SummerSlam. Aren't you getting a little sick of laying on your back, Dragonheart? Billy Valentine now taunting Dragonheart here, folks. Listen to this place. He says, this is where the big boys play, and you, my tiny avocado, are a little man. You don't belong here, Dragonheart. Billy Valentine is going to the very top. I'm going to win everything the MPWF has to offer. Lucky for me, this is no longer a popularity contest. It's about getting the job done, and that's exactly what I'll do. I pray you get a standing ovation for your performance, but at SummerSlam, you'll just be short of sticking the landing, courtesy of Billy Bloody Valentine. Oh man, folks, this one has turned personal. This one has turned personal here in the Core Challenge Finals. Yeah, we saw some of it tonight, but me, if I was Dragonheart, I wouldn't handle this disrespect, folks. I gotta do something about it. You gotta pull out a weapon and bust up them good looks of Billy Valentine, folks. Because this is going too far here now. Again, it's outrageous listening to him singing his own song in the background, folks. Not from Sesame Street, but folks, again, we're going to do a little bit of advertising, folks. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to us here on YouTube at MPWF Wrestling, especially if this is your first time watching the MPWF. Thank you very much for tuning in. But right here, ladies and gentlemen, give us a shout out. Also, give a shout out to the Core Champions League as well. They're inducting us into the Hall of Fame, folks. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, folks. But up next, folks, we're going to take a trip to the void as Benson Clement and this new member is right here, and I believe it's Gabriel, and we're going to see if my thoughts are confirmed. Clement says fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. The void is the MPWF sphere, but lately we have caused less than a whisper of noise. After tonight, I will change that. I will sacrifice my father to the void, burying him in a casket and completing the tale of emancipation for my family. Insane, folks. That's the only way to describe what he just said. Insane. He says the son will overthrow the father. The son will rise to the throne. My new family will rise to the very top. I will challenge Sean Stevens head on, and after I destroy my father. But first, at SummerSlam, Abraham will team with my agent of chaos. Yes, it is indeed Gabriel. But I have remolded him, instilled fear back into him. Long gone are the days of us being vampires in the night. We are agents of destruction. There he is, folks. Gabriel remade. Gabriel and Abraham will face Sean Stevens and Christopher Eagle and win back the MPWF World Tag Team titles to our cause. And soon I will spread my fear through this brand and to the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. But for SummerSlam, we will destroy them all, systematic carnage included. Folks, there's a potential here that was announced before the show began, but it was either going to be at SummerSlam, Benson Clement, Gabriel and Abraham versus Sean Stevens, Christopher Eagle, and Systematic Carnage, or if Thanatos wins tonight, it would be Thanatos, Gabriel, and Abraham versus Sean Stevens, Systematic Carnage, and Christopher Eagle at MPWF Summerslam, folks. And that all hinges on our main event in a casket matchup. But right now, our first of 3 tag team matches here tonight, folks. It feels like we're here in Mid-South with the amount of tag team matches we got going on here tonight. But I promise you, you are going to see some of the best tag team wrestling you've ever seen in Cole. And here, even online, slowly gaining a presence, is the Anabolic Autonomy, Stacy Sweet, Stacy If You're Nasty, and his spotter Guy, folks. Again, they're coming up for that Benny Benassi, folks, looking for that satisfaction, and Stacy wants championship gold here. Again, we talked about before how there's going to be more emphasis on the title divisions after SummerSlam. This is a big opportunity for these two men to prove themselves here tonight. And again, they face the debuting Feng Lee, but Feng Lee needing to find a tag team partner here tonight to face the Anabolic Autonomy. Question is, who is Feng Lee going to find? Who is going to team with him here against these two? Stacy Sweet seems very confident that Feng Lee won't find anyone here tonight. Now, truthfully, I don't think there's a shortage of people that wouldn't mind smacking Stacy Sweet in the face and teaming with the Cyberpunk from Night City, but here he comes, folks. Feng Lee making his Annihilation wrestling debut, folks. Was a standout in the World Wrestling future. Made his statement at MPWF Bound by Honor, and here tonight on episode 17, making his debut here. Who has he got as a partner, folks? What an ovation for Feng Lee here. Again, further proving how good the World Wrestling future has become, providing so much talent to the MPWF. To Feng Lee here, I know that he is very happy about making his official Annihilation debut here tonight. And again, he has picked Stacy Sweet and Guy the Anabolic Autonomy to start a feud with, to start a fight with, since he's been here on Annihilation. And he's looking to finish that fight here tonight. So here it is, folks. Who is his tag team partner here on Annihilation? Anticipation building. Oh my goodness, folks. He said he would be here on MPWF World, but we didn't think he was going to be competing tonight, folks. How the hell did Feng Lee pull this off? His tag team partner is the Messiah of the MPWF, Mr. Joey Eagle himself. Wow, listen to this place. Listen to this place, folks. and ovation for Joey Eagle. Oh, this is insane, ladies and gentlemen. Joey Eagle wrestling here on Annihilation. A deal must have been struck between Meredith Grey and Brian Alves to allow this to happen here tonight, folks. KK Quam's still out after what CJ Parker did to him, ladies and gentlemen. CJ Parker also was let go from Annihilation by KK Quam. Some fans believe that was unjust, but we will talk about that later, because right now, the Messiah of the MPWF is here to compete. We know he was here tonight looking for Max Payne, wanting that matchup at MPWF Summerslam, but Joey Eagle says, I'm going to stop here for a fight before I get to talking, before I get to business here tonight. Wow. I told you this episode was going to be crazy, folks. Final Annihilation of 2K24. Stacey Sweet spent the last couple episodes running away from Jamie Emo. I don't think he was prepared for this here tonight, folks. How could you be? How could you be? I want a debut for Feng Lee teaming up with Joey Eagle. And now look at this guy. He got a lot of confidence. I'll give Guy that. He got a lot of confidence. This crowd is ready. Feng Lee debut, Joey Eagle wrestling here tonight. That, oh my goodness. There is that athleticism of Feng Lee that we have seen in the World Wrestling Future with his battles with Tom Sawyer and Aaron Flyboy Fletcher. Aaron Flyboy Fletcher, another person, again, if you haven't checked out the World Wrestling Future, it is up on YouTube on our secondary channel at the MPWF Chairman. Aaron Flyboy Fletcher is another man that I think is going to be an absolute star in the MPWF when he arrives. The current future generation champion in the WWF. But Joey will end up bring down there in a double shoulder tackle, knocking down Guy. And Guy needs to get out here quickly. Stacey Sweet was shot on his face. Not expecting Joey Eagle here tonight. No one was, folks. No one was expecting Joey Eagle to be Feng Lee's tag team partner here. Now look at this here. Face washing Guy. I mean, a little bit of Guy has got to be excited being in the ring with Joey Eagle. The other part of him is upset that he's getting his ass whooped right now, but... And now, wait a minute. There's that face buster. Dropping down Guy and makes the tag. Feng Lee in the ring, and Guy having to quickly make the tag to stop just Stacey Sweet, but Feng Lee preventing that from happening. Guy taking a lot of offense in the early going in this matchup. This crowd here is raucous in the MPWF arena, where we usually film MPWF Underground in the World Wrestling Future. A special treat here, Annihilation, as now look at this DDT there by Feng Lee. And now Feng Lee looking to springboard the Cyberpunk, looking to finish off Guy and this matchup, folks. Stacey Sweet might not get a chance to get in this match. And now springboard in for the drop kick. Guy moved out the way of the right hand there by Guy. Guy catching him, and in comes Stacey Sweet. And now look at this here, Stacey Sweet mounting and firing with those punches. And a cheap shot there by Stacey Sweet and Joey Eagle. Stacey Sweet, folks, is, you know, I mean, just look at him. I don't like to use this word, but douchebag is what we usually use to describe Stacey Sweet. But again, he's a hell of a wrestler, folks. Multi-time tag team champion here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Looking for that first singles championship. He sends Feng Lee into the buckle and a tag, and in comes Guy again. And oh, I love this here. Love this double team move by the Anabolic Autonomy. And look at the confidence here of Guy. Feng Lee needs to make that tag, get Joey Eagle back in this matchup. And now, oh man, look at these strikes here by Guy. I tell you what though, Stacey Sweet won singles gold, but the Anabolic Autonomy wouldn't be a bad shot in the tag team division. Again, looking to build up this Annihilation tag team division much like how impressive the World Tag Division is. And a team like the Anabolic Autonomy could be good for that. This crowd here booing the hell out of them, folks, as there's a double back body drop there to Feng Lee. And now Stacy Sweet throwing Feng Lee into the buckle, and now Stacy Sweet very happy with himself. And oh, went for that double knees in the corner, and now look at that chop block by Feng Lee. Feng Lee needs to make the tag to Joey Eagle, but gets caught with the knee there. And now what an uppercut there by Stacy Sweet. It feels like that Benny Benassi's giving him powers, folks. Stacy Sweet wrestling at a different level right now, as he's got Feng Lee up. And now what's he going for here? And oh, what a net breaker there by Stacy Sweet. Going for the cover here on Feng Lee to finish this one off, 2. And oh, Joey Eagle break it up at the last second. Feng Lee started off really good in his debut matchup here, but the Anabolic Autonomy has found a way to stop him here. And Guy peppered himself up, and oh, he misses. Feng Lee moved out the way, and now in comes Joey Eagle. The Messiah of the MPWF taking Guy to the outside of the ring. And now right hand there by Joey. And now Eagle has him up here, and a backdrop on the apron. And now Guy trying to fight back here. Joey Eagle, like we talked about before, just wants himself some max pain, and he's unleashing that fury here. I'll tell you what a bad set of episodes it's been for the Naturals. Joey Eagle put Matt Natural and MPWF World through a table. The former tag team partner, Stacy Sweet. Stacy Sweet getting clotheslined on the outside of the ring by Joey Eagle here now. And now Eagle, spine buster. Spine buster by Joey Eagle. And now Eagle could be looking for the bloodline, folks. For the bloodline. Kick to the midsection, and Joey Eagle going for it. Bloodline on God. Joey Eagle with the bloodline. And Eagle making a tag into Feng Lee. That guy ain't going nowhere, folks. Guy is going nowhere. As Feng Lee now off the top rope here with the frog splash, and he hits it. Big frog splash by Feng Lee. And Feng Lee now knocking Stacy Sweet off the apron. And Feng Lee floating into the cover. Here, 2. Feng Lee gets the victory. Winning his debut match alongside Joey freaking Eagle, folks. It's a vibe here, folks. It is a vibe. The Anabolic Autonomy doing well here tonight, but there's no way they could have prepared for Joey Eagle. Bloodline there, and there are your winners here tonight. I can't believe Joey Eagle's on Annihilation, folks. I cannot believe that Joey Eagle is in Annihilation. Wait a minute, Joey Eagle grabbing a microphone, folks. It's time. This is why Joey Eagle came here tonight. This is why he arrived here tonight. And he says, before we get into why I'm here tonight, let's give a shout out to the future of the MPWF. The young stars of this brand are truly incredible. Feng Lee was amazing here tonight in his Annihilation debut, and even those 2 goofballs, Stacy Sweet and Guy, are special talents. See, that's what I try to cultivate when I was running the MPWF. This is what I wanted, but Max Payne put an end to it. And he did. It was directly Max Payne that cost Joey Eagle his match with Mason Gray at WrestleMania 10, all the way back in 2023. Eagle says April 30th, 2023, WrestleMania 10 was the date that Max Payne cost me everything and my life spiraled out of control. I have fought and worked with the young guys and young stars of this MPWF to not only fix this company and to get back to where I belong. At MPWF Bloodlines, I was about to become the #1 contender for the CW World Heavyweight title, but once again, Max Payne showed up to screw me once more, and I have had enough. And you cannot blame him, folks. You cannot blame him. Mason Gray really has had the last laugh. I cannot progress any further in my life until I deal with his apprentice Max Payne, and I do not want to wait any longer. I want Max Payne at SummerSlam. He was fit enough to screw me over at Bloodlines. He can be fit enough to face me at SummerSlam. So I'm not leaving this ring until this match between me and Max Payne is sanctioned. Well, hold on a minute, folks. Joey Eagle's going on strike. Joey Eagle's not leaving this ring until Max Payne is announced that he is facing him at SummerSlam. You know the fans want to see it. You know the fans want to see it. Come on, Meredith. Make it official. Make Max Payne come back to work. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not Meredith Gray's music. That's the general manager, KK Crawford. He's supposed to be at home, hurt, injured. What the hell is going on here? And wait a minute. My God, folks, it's KK Cram. It is KK Cram, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what is he doing here? You know, Cram, you're too old for this. Go get some rest. Go get some rest, my man. He said his head is still taped up after what CJ Parker did to him. What an ovation, folks. This place is going nuts, and again, does this bring back memories, folks? Does this bring back memories? KK Cram and Joey Eagle face to face. Again, the first SummerSlam on YouTube, they were in the World Title Match. KK Cram says, long time no see, young man. I watched MPWF War and saw your declaration that you would come into Annihilation to get your hands on Max Payne, so I knew that I couldn't leave this to Meredith. I had to meet you face to face, Joey. Believe me, I understand wanting to get your hands on Max Payne. Hell, at the last Royal Rumble, Max Payne put his hands on me, and not just me, but too many MPWF wrestlers. And Max Payne has, folks. Max Payne has been an utter menace. He says he and Mason Gray turned this place into a living hell. So I did some digging around, and I got a hold of Max Payne's medical records. Joey, Max is still injured. He's still not 100%. But Max Payne is medically cleared to compete, and his ass is going to be at SummerSlam. If Max is big enough and bad enough to show up at Bloodlines, he will face you at SummerSlam. So the general manager of Annihilation is giving his consent, and we know Brian Adams, the general manager of War, agrees with this. And the fans do too. It's going to be official. Joey Eagle versus Max Payne at MPWF SummerSlam, folks. Oh my word. And Cram says, but Joey, you have to get the job done. I pulled a lot of strings to get Max Payne to wrestle at SummerSlam. He may not be 100%, but he is at 90%. He is one of the most dangerous wrestlers in MPWF history. You have to be at your best and ready for this challenge. And by God, does Joey Eagle have to be, folks. Max Payne is no joke. It's going to be Joey Eagle and Max Payne at SummerSlam, and Eagle says, I will not fail. Inter-promotional matchup. Oh man, it's going to be insane. It is going to be insane at SummerSlam, folks. And again, for more updates for SummerSlam, follow us on X at MPWF 2013. This is the most active we are, is right here on our Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, ladies and gentlemen. But we just found out that it's going to be Joey Eagle versus Max Payne at SummerSlam. Max Payne is 90%, which honestly, that's pretty close to 100. It's going to be a battle with Joey Eagle, folks. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And oh wait, look at this. Christopher Eagle and Sean Stevens backstage. Christopher says, look Sean, with all due respect, I think we should get involved in that casket match tonight, and let's both take Thanatos and Benson Clement out for good. They jumped us. Are you not sick of this back and forth with them? We could end this all tonight, and then the MPWF is clear of those freaks, and then we can focus on the tag team gold, and you can go after the world title, and I can go after the YouTube title. Well, you know what? I'm not opposed to what young master Christopher Eagle has to say here. See, the Eagle family's all over the show right now. Sean says, Christopher, there is something you need to know about good and evil. It's always there. You can't just eliminate it by beating some people up. Look at your brother and his group Scum. They aren't evil vampires using darkness powers, but they represent evil. Mason Gray was rotten to the core. The story of the MPWF is yin and yang. With evil, there is good. Again, Sean Stevens not wrong about that as well, folks. That is the story of the MPWF. Good versus evil. He says, you might not understand it right now, but we need to keep the MPWF in balance. It's what Benson and Thanatos do not understand. The stronger they get, the stronger we get. The key isn't destroying them. The key is to make sure that we have just as much good in place to balance it out and stop them from taking over. I mean, you better have a whole lot of good, Mr. Sean Stevens, because these guys are sick and twisted in the head and will do some craziness. Oh wait, there's Joe Eagle coming from the ring. There's Joe Eagle coming from the ring here with his son and with Sean Stevens, and Joey says, Sean is right, son. See what you had to deal with, and coming back from it. People like you are the other side, the good in the MPWF. We bring the fight, we look past, but we have to do the right thing. We have to show others that it's better to do things the right way. Benson Clement Thanatos will be stopped, and if you play your cards right, it could be you. Well, again, folks, Christopher Eagle was the one that pinned Mason Gray in War Games. Is Christopher Eagle the next chosen one here in the MPWF? It's a lot to think about for this kid here. Well, here we go, folks. Our second of 3 tag team matches here tonight on Annihilation. And this one is a very personal one here, folks, as this leads into the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship submission fight at SummerSlam. Klaus, the current reigning defending World Heavyweight Champion, will battle Ricky Cash at SummerSlam. If Cash cannot win, he will not be able to challenge for the title as long as Klaus is the Heavyweight Champion of the world. I spoke to Klaus before this show, folks, and Klaus has been working these men rigorously for this matchup. Let's not forget, this is not a random put together tag team of the Avenger and Ricky Cash. They were a part of Cash Money Incorporated way back in the day. These two best friends know each other very well, and it is going to be one hell of a challenge for Team Bloodshed here tonight of John Smith and the Savage Weight, Shane Riley. And again, we talked almost at nauseam of the division building here, folks, but the tag team divisions, the potential it has here on Annihilation is incredible. And it's the time for one of these teams to step up, and a victory over a former world champion in Ricky Cash and the Avenger here tonight would be huge for Team Bloodshed. Not to mention the fact it would build that momentum for Klaus, as the MPWF fans are still running at Klaus for tapping out. The crowd was chanting it to him as they arrived in the building, and Klaus was not happy at all. And again, he's going to have to figure out a way to get past that against Ricky Cash at SummerSlam, folks. Oh, and here it goes again. Oh my goodness. Klaus is not going to be happy about that at all, folks. Except I'd be careful as the MPWF fans. Klaus would jump this barricade and beat someone up, folks. He don't care at all. And again, we will get more to why that is so prevalent here when Ricky Cash makes his way to the ring. But here comes the Avenger, folks. And again, the Avenger is a man I've grown to admire so much here. The Avenger coming out and saying that, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to win the World Championship at this point, and that was hard to accept after everything I've done, everything I've tried. But the Avenger says, I love this. I love to fight. And that is why I'm still here in the MPWF. I don't need the World Championship to become the man. I don't need the World Championship to become a legend. The Avenger wants to prove himself here on this brand, and he's got a big shot here in this tag team matchup. Again, if you watch the MPWF back in the day, it's insane to you to see the Avenger get cheered like this, folks. Especially after some of the stuff he's done. There is definitely some recency bias in the love of the Avenger, folks. But here is the man who will be challenging for the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. You know, Ricky Cash, it may be cliche, finished his story at WrestleMania, defeating Max Payne to finally, after 15 years, win the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. So that in itself should tell the Avenger, it's not over till it's over. You heard me say that earlier tonight. It's not over till it's over. And Ricky Cash has said the same thing. He's managed to turn his nightmares into dreams, folks. And that is what he's looking to do one more time. Klaus beat him and Ricky Cash was not ready for it at all, folks. Ricky Cash went about it the complete wrong way on episode 14 in Paris, France. But at Bound by Honor, Ricky Cash wrestled a 95% perfect match. The other 5% was the fact that he got the ankle lock on Klaus, and Klaus tapped out, but it was on the outside of the ring, and then Klaus hit the Scorpion. And folks, no one in the history of the MPWF has kicked out of the Scorpion. And I don't think anyone will. It is a devastating maneuver. So, Cash money falling from the sky. Ricky Cash very confident, making Klaus tap out again. The last episode. Cash has got to keep this momentum. Keep building this for this fight. Get Ricky Cash ain't getting any younger, folks. This may be his last chance at winning back the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. So we've already seen how this young era of the MPWF is slowly building. Klaus right now, the world's heavyweight champion. Again, you want to talk about how good the Bloodshed Fight School has been. Ivan Volkov was the world champion, even won it when we returned here. Oh, now what a knee there by the Avenger. Angel Ortiz, who will be competing later tonight and in the King of the Ring semi-finals, was an MPWF World Champion 2 times. So again, and now the Klaus. So that's going to look right there for Shane Riley and John Smith have got to think to themselves, that's the goal. That's what we can eventually achieve here. But now look at this double team here by Cash Money. And oh man, double kick to the midsection. And that's why I said, man, these guys are former tag team champions of part of Cash Money Incorporated. Again, the potential of that tag team division. Imagine right now if Ricky Cash and the Avenger was to step up in that tag team division. Not to mention the fact the tag team champions are Christopher Eagle and the friggin' GOAT Sean Stevens. So this brand has the potential to be just as good as War in this tag team division, folks. But a duck clothesline there by Shane Riley. And Riley now has been training excessively this year. Honestly, Shane Riley hasn't been so much focused on necessarily winning championships, but he's been training, he's been getting in a better shape, as you can see, building that muscle mass with Klaus and John Smith as well, joining Team Bloodshed, getting used to be a part of the varsity club, a former tag team champion himself, but has unlocked a new level of viciousness since being a part of Team Bloodshed. And now look at that right there, just what I'm talking about. And again, the MPWF fans might not like it, but we heard from Billy Valentine earlier tonight. It's not a popularity contest, folks. It's about getting the dub. That 1, 2, 3 of the submission. Cash sends John Smith back into the corner. The Avenger being brought back into this matchup. And now off the ropes here. Double back body drop again. Double back body drop again. And what an elbow there by the Avenger. Look at this. The Avenger here unleashing these elbows on John Smith. It's a big badass man right there, folks. And oh my goodness, that man took his skull off, and the Avenger telling Shane Riley, come on then. Oh, Shane Riley saw it coming here, and Riley fired back with these strikes here. A little bit of Krav McGraw coming in here, folks. And now Shane Riley now going after that leg here, and the Avenger, I think, taken by surprise at the striking ability there of the Savage weight. As now both men whip him off the ropes here, and now, oh, double hip toss there by Team Bloodshed. John Smith back in the ring here, and what an elbow. Former NCAA champion, John Smith. Again, DJ Johnny Feelgood is Canadian, so he's wrestling around about that 80-kilo mark in the NCAA. So John Smith would have been around that 190 pounds. You know, he certainly don't weigh that now. John Smith looks like he ate himself from his college days. And now look at this here. Reverse chin lock there on the Avenger. But the Avenger able to escape immediately, but oh, gets caught with a boot to the face. And there's Klaus with instructions. He even brought the kendo stick out to give some punishments if Team Bloodshed don't get the victory here tonight. Now wait a minute, the Avenger trying to make the tag to Ricky Cash, but slowly getting to his feet here, and a nice takedown there by both members of Team Bloodshed. And oh my goodness. And now wait a minute here, now look at this. Beautiful armbar there by Shane Riley, perfectly applied to the Avenger. But the Avenger has that power, and again, you cannot teach that, folks. And it is hard, even with all the submission training that Team Bloodshed has, to nullify that. But oh man, step up forearm there, and oh, cheap shot. Cash fights back, but gets caught with the Insecurity. And now the Avenger with a knee strike, dropping Shane Riley. Shane Riley's bleeding, though he's not going to register it. Klaus would be pissed if Shane Riley was to register the fact that he's bleeding. And now the Avenger trying to fight back, and gets caught in the face with a boot, and John Smith back in the ring here. So look at how well Team Bloodshed are wrestling here tonight. Klaus has done an incredible job with them. Oh my God, what a clothesline. What a clothesline there by John Smith, turning him inside out now. And this is the viciousness I was talking about. This is this new attitude of John Smith that we are seeing here, that we've seen developed on MPWF Underground, folks. And oh, Ricky Cash had enough. Ricky Cash had enough and knocked John Smith off the apron. And Cash going to meet him, but John Smith catching him here. And wait a minute, T-bone suplex. Ricky Cash has been around the way, folks. He ain't going to play them type of games at all with Team Bloodshed. Oh my God. Big slap there by the Avenger, and now backbreaker, and he could be going for the hat-trick. Second one, and the Avenger, vintage Avenger, here tonight. 3 backbreakers there with John Smith. The Avenger catching his breath, and oh wait a minute, Klaus with a distraction. Klaus can sense the end there for John Smith. And now John Smith slowly getting to his feet, Shane Riley joining in as well. And now John Smith catching with a net breaker. And now makes the tag to Shane Riley. And the Avenger trying to crawl to Ricky Cash. And now look at that there. Savage weight Shane Riley kicking at that ankle. Not going to allow it to happen. And now he's taunting the Avenger. I don't know if that's smart. I don't know if that's a good idea there by Shane Riley. The Avenger is not the one, folks. Shane Carter's the one, but the Avenger's not the one here. And now, oh, what a big forearm to that open wound. And now the Avenger has Shane Riley up here, and now, oh my goodness, a choke slam spine buster. I know he tried to make the tag to Ricky Cash, but he's still a bit worse for wear. Here is the Avenger. And now off the ropes, Shane Riley again. Ricky Cash having to drop off the apron, and now Shane Riley fires back. And now Riley on the top rope here, going to dive on the Avenger. And oh, the Avenger ducked it. And the Avenger ducked it, and in comes Ricky Cash. In comes the challenger for the World's Heavyweight Championship. And now he knocks John Smith off the apron. And Klaus undoing that turnbuckle, folks. I didn't miss that. And now Ricky Cash has got him in. Dragon suplex right on the back of his head with the cover. And oh, Shane Riley gets the shoulder up. Ricky Cash picking it right the way back up again. And now Ricky Cash Sending Shane Riley into the buckle. And a spear there by Ricky Cash. And Cash now overhead, belly-to-belly suplex. Popping those Olympic gold medalist Greco hips, folks. 2004. There's some people watching this show, folks, that weren't even born yet, ladies and gentlemen, as Ricky Cash now has him up and oh my gosh, a backdrop there, and you see the look on Klaus's face. And Ricky Cash now, throwing Shane Riley to the outside of the ring. And when Ricky Cash gonna go high risk here on Annihilation, he's gonna go high risk because he's Cash Money. Because he's Cash Money. At his age, still pulling this off. And Klaus trying to get in the way there. And Ricky Cash, like I said, he ain't gonna play that games at all. And Ricky Cash going straight for the ankle. Straight for the ankle here. But he's gonna watch out because both members of the Team Bloodshed are waiting for him. And now, what a kick there by Shane Riley. You cannot get over emotional. You cannot get over emotional. And now, oh no! A vicious German suplex. Ricky Cash's head bouncing on the mat there, folks, on the outside of the ring. And that slight distraction there, and you see Ricky Cash, the back of his neck, hitting that unprotected turnbuckle. And now go for the German suplex again, the damn surgeons, folks. They are damn surgeons. You see the way that they have zeroed in on that neck of Ricky Cash. And we've known Ricky Cash has had neck issues in the past when he was run over by Apollo all the way back in 2012, ladies and gentlemen. Or 2011, I should say. As John Smith now at the top rope here. There you go, he's going to go for spiral tap, and he misses. Ricky Cash, kick to the midsection. Ricky Cash down, Cash Money here with the cover. One, oh no, Shane Riley breaks it up. And I'm tagging the Avenger getting back in this. The Avenger wants back in this fight. And he could be looking for that bicycle kick. John Smith in a world of trouble. And I'll punch to the face there. And wait a minute, no, he's going to go for the powerbomb. He's going to go for the powerbomb and he hits it. But the referee distracted here from the powerbomb. Two. Oh, John Smith just got the shoulder at the last second, folks. What a tag team matchup this is here on MPWF Annihilation. Team Bloodshed versus Cash Money Inc. right here tonight. And he sent it into the buckle. And now tagging Shane Riley back in the matchup here. And now Shane Riley now. Oh, nice fireman carry takedown there by Shane Riley. Bringing wrestling back to the forefront. And now kick to the midsection here. Shane Riley has the Avenger, the brain buster. No, he's switching to Karafuda clutch. Karafuda clutch to the Avenger. Oh, man. But there's that newfound strength I was talking about with Shane Riley and out to the knee. They're going to blow this damn knee out with that chop block. But the Avenger with the cover, with the roll up here of Shane Riley. Two. Now Riley gets the shoulder up. Hell of a matchup here, folks. And now the Avenger there with these body blows to Shane Riley. Oh, what an uppercut. What an uppercut. Ricky Cash now back in the ring. And now Cash sends Shane Riley into the turnbuckle. And now wait, what the hell is he doing here? Wait, Ricky Cash just told Klaus to watch this. Ricky Cash just told Klaus to watch this. As Ricky Cash, wait a second. Cash Money off the top turnbuckle to Shane Riley. And that is it. Cash Money off the top turnbuckle. John Smith breaking it up. Ricky Cash telling Klaus, this is what I'm going to do to you. And then MPWF Summerslam. Wait a minute, roll up. Surprise roll up here by Shane Riley. Two. And Ricky Cash gets the shoulder up. And now Klaus is berating John Smith, who's on the outside of the ring, down and out. And now Ricky Cash back for that dragon suplex, and he hits it. John Smith is still out, folks. John Smith is still out. Klaus is telling him to get up. But wait a minute, there's the ankle pick. And the ankle lock. Ankle lock to Shane Riley. And he taps out. John Smith was too slow to get there. Cash Money with the tag team victory. Ricky Cash tapping out Shane Riley here tonight. What a tag team matchup we just saw here, folks. Like I said, you might not like Team Bloodshed, but that was amazing. It wasn't easy for Cash Money Inc., but they got the job done here tonight. And Ricky Cash with another tap-out victory here, and Klaus is beside himself. I tell you, man, these guys could go for a run at the tag team titles. Nobody be upset. Nobody would be upset. Oh, wait a minute. Klaus picked up that kendo stick. Klaus picked up that kendo stick. And Klaus is going to make sure he gets an advantage here tonight. And that was disgusting. Snapping that kendo stick over Ricky Cash. Man, are we going to have a matchup without an attack afterwards? I think every matchup tonight here in Annihilation is seen an assault at the end of it. And Klaus destroying both Ricky Cash and the Avenger here tonight. He is pissed off, folks. And oh, wait a minute now. Oh, a powerbomb on the floor there to the Avenger. And Klaus, very confident right now. But Ricky Cash behind him. And Cash, kick to the midsection here. He's going to go for Cash Money on the champ. Cash Money. Cash Money by Ricky Cash. Okay, oh no, not again. Not again for Klaus. Not again for Klaus. Here's the ankle lock. Here's the ankle lock. And Klaus in trouble again. Ricky Cash, if he gets this on and makes him tap out, Ricky Cash wins the world title in the submission match at Summerslam. And Klaus trying his hardest to escape. Trying his hardest to escape. And he tapped out again. He tapped out again. Uh-oh. This ain't good for Klaus. Klaus ain't gonna be happy about that at all. The momentum is on Ricky Cash's side going into this fight at SummerSlam, and it needs to be, folks. It needs to be. If Ricky Cash does not win at SummerSlam, he cannot challenge for the world title as long as Klaus is the champion. And that is what he wants right there. He wants it back. The MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. He has proven it time and time again now. He can make Klaus tap out. It's almost as if Klaus has an Achilles heel, folks. Oh my goodness. And again, folks, for more discussion about the MPWF, more discussion about wrestling, video games, you name it, click on the link in the description for our Discord channel, folks, where you can talk with me, with MPWF fans, with anybody on the website, folks. Again, talk about what we're just going to witness here. Submission rules for the MPWF Championship at SummerSlam. Ricky Cash versus Klaus. I cannot wait, folks. I cannot wait. Oh, wait a minute here. Look at who's run into each other. These two men don't like each other at all. Klaus and Angel Ortiz. And Ortiz says, Klaus, it looks like you're struggling a little bit. Seems like you can't stop tapping out. Well, Klaus ain't gonna be happy about that, folks. Klaus says, I haven't got time for your ish, Ortiz. I will not lose my MPWF World Heavyweight Championship, and I will break Ricky Cash's neck and defeat him just like I did you. Besides, instead of barking in my face, you should be focusing on a King of the Ring tournament that you have no hope of winning. You are pathetic, Ortiz. A joke. Oh my gosh. There's no love lost between these two at all. No love lost at all. The Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And Ortiz says, your insecurity is starting to show, Klaus. You beat me at Survivor Series, I'll give you that. But I remember inside of a steel cage before WrestleMania 10, I tapped you out. It looks like being a coward is your weakness. You know, I hope you win against Cash, because after I win the King of the Ring tournament, I'm going to keep my promise and break your freaking neck. Wait a minute, folks. These two men might come to blows. I don't think these men are just going to talk with each other. These two men might come to blows. There's still a lot of bad blood between these two, and neither of these men could have fought this before SummerSlam, and here we go. Here we go. Klaus and Ortiz, still unfinished business here, folks. Still unfinished business. Oh, man, these two men might tear down this entire arena here in Las Vegas. They might tear down this entire arena here in Las Vegas, folks. Look, Klaus telling to hit him harder. And Ortiz telling to hit him harder. Look at this, folks. These two men hate each other's guts, and they're both in separate fights in SummerSlam. I don't know if Angel, Ortiz, and Klaus are ever going to deal with their issue. And they need to focus on their matches, folks. But here's another person with a big opportunity in SummerSlam. Almost seemingly out of nowhere. But again, if you've been watching MPWF Underground, you've been seeing Pandora stacking up victories. What an opportunity for this young wrestler. And again, she's been tagging with Sasha Fierce for this entire year so far, honestly, folks. Again, some people might be surprised about this partnership, but like I said, on MPWF Underground, we have seen a bond forming between Sasha Fierce and Pandora. The big thing here is, folks, why is Sasha Fierce pushing so hard for Pandora to challenge Serenity? What's the deal here, ladies and gentlemen? Right, like, it's time to do some investigative reporting, folks. Let's get on our lowest lane-ish. What is happening here? What is the end goal for Sasha Fierce? We know what the end goal for Pandora is, and that's to shock the world and leave with the Women's World Championship at MPWF Summerslam. She certainly has the potential to pull it off. And look at who's making her Annihilation debut here tonight, folks. Mrs. Tegan Knox, in some circles known as Nixon Mule. Again, a free agent showing up here on MPWF Annihilation. Again, a little bit of a spoiler in 2K25. When we shift over to that system, folks, there'll be a few free agents, and honestly, there's a little bit of a secret being released here, but there's going to be a little bit of a talent exchange going on, as there's lots of wrestlers from the independent scene looking for an opportunity, looking for a chance to prove themselves, and it will really stack, especially the women's division, folks. So, more on that when the time comes after SummerSlam. I cannot wait for you guys to check that out. But Tegan Knox with a huge opportunity here against Pandora. So Pandora, though, looks focused, folks. Look at her eyes. She certainly does not want to lose here. Pandora running right in there with a reverse elbow. Get Pandora, like I said, with the opportunity of a lifetime at one of the biggest shows the MPWF has ever produced. She could win the Women's World Championship against a fan favorite in Serenity. And oh man, stomp to the face here. And beating up the shiniest wizard of, independent wrestling here, as Pandora is all over her, and this is not the debut Tegan Knox was looking for. We saw her again on MPWF Underground, very impressive in the tag team match she was in, but is struggling to get off the right foot here against Pandora. And kick to the midsection there, and Tegan Knox, shining wizard! Oh, for an upset here on Pandora! And Pandora kicking out quickly. Sasha Fierce just took a deep breath there, folks. A sigh of relief, if you will. Tegan Knox now on the top rope here. Has the challenger reeling it as an elbow by Tegan Knox. What would happen here if Tegan Knox was able to knock off the challenger? Oh, the reversal there by Pandora. And now wait a minute, Pandora having Tegan Knox up. And now wait a second. Oh my goodness gracious me. Driving her there with that backpack stunner, and now, oh no! What a knee strike by Pandora to Tegan Knox. And just like that, it's over, folks. Pandora says she's been working on them strikes, and what a knee there. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Outside of a flurry of offense, an emphatic victory for Pandora here tonight. Oh my word. Again, Serenity's got to be thinking to herself, this girl is impressive. This is not going to be easy. Again, it's certainly a risk here by Meredith Grey making this matchup. Again, some would think the big profile money matchup at SummerSlam. Instead, going for the opportunity of the new era. Oh, wait a minute here. Pandora and Sasha Fierce were about to talk to this crowd. Sasha says, now come on, I know that Serenity is not that popular, that you have forgotten everything we've been through these past 15 years. I need you all to understand that I am the one that has been screwed in this situation. I had Justice being at WrestleMania 11. Had it not been for Serenity, I would be the Women's World Champion once again. But it's not about me, it's about Pandora. Folks, Sasha Fierce is obsessed with this loss at WrestleMania. And again, right there, the woman she's putting over in Pandora. She says Pandora is the future. Pandora is the next MPWF Women's World Champion. Pandora has spent months shadowing me and teaming with me on Underground. She is one of the best young talents the MPWF has to offer. But once again, Serenity has been given an unfair advantage. Do we forget that before Survivor Series, Serenity could not buy a win? Yet she was still pushed. You know, and I'm starting to agree with Serenity. Jealousy does not look good on Sasha Fierce. She says Pandora here was stacking wins on Underground and never given the opportunity Serenity was. Under my guidance, Pandora could have defeated Justice Fitzgerald, but the accolade had to go to Serenity. Well, you just saw what Pandora could do against Tegan Knox. She finally has her chance at the World Championship, and I will make sure that she has backup against you, Serenity. This is very personal for Sasha Fierce, especially seeing as Sasha Fierce lost to Serenity before Bound by Honor, folks. Oh, wait a minute. Serenity had enough of this. These two women took out Serenity last episode. Well, I should say it was Pandora at the orders of Sasha Fierce. And I don't like seeing Sasha Fierce like this. She needs to get rid of this issue here with Serenity. But there she is, folks. The MPWF Women's World Champion, Serenity. Winning in the main event of Bound by Honor, defeating Justice Fitzgerald, ending her 2-year title reign. And Serenity's first title defense is going to be against Pandora. So that new confidence, that new swagger of Serenity. I spoke to her, she says that in the gym she is feeling better, she is looking better. Being a champion has changed everything for her. She says, Sasha, what is this? Is this your weird attempt to get back into the title picture? When are you going to accept that you lost at WrestleMania? That you lost to both me and Justice on the road to Bound by Honor? At this point, to shut you up, I'll put the title on the line because I know I can beat you. I've done it before. I still need to get back at you. Pandora here is being used by you for whatever reason. And that's exactly it. But what is Sasha Fierce playing at, folks? Pandora says, no one is using me. You need to forget Sasha Fierce and focus on me. I am the one that is challenging you at SummerSlam. Unlike you, I respect those that came before me. You screwed Sasha at WrestleMania, and you've eaten up the chances at the Women's World title. I'm going to make sure that you have a very short title reign, Serenity. You made Justice lose her smile. I'm going to make you lose your title. Pandora wants the MPWF Women's World Championship. But Pandora's showing that she's got a voice here. Sasha saying, so as you see, Serenity, the only agenda is the one that led you to the Women's World Championship. I said it last episode. I am a legend and I am no longer asking for a title shot. But when the time comes, I will come for it. But SummerSlam, the first two-night extravaganza in MPWF history, is about Pandora. And Pandora will wrestle the MPWF Women's World Championship from you with my coaching. Well, folks, it is going to be a test for both Serenity and Pandora at SummerSlam. Pandora told Serenity, do not worry about Sasha Fierce, worry about me. It's going to be those two women for the world title at SummerSlam. Again, what is Sasha Fierce playing at, folks? And again, that's what Serenity's got to be thinking about, but she has to stay focused. There'd be nothing worse for Serenity than losing her first title defense at MPWF Summerslam, folks. Oh, wait a minute here. We went from the lovely Serenity to Thanatos, and he says, fear. Fear. Is that what the MPWF needs? No, it's domination. My son does not understand this, and unfortunately, I must put an end to him. He is not fit to lead, and I tried to relieve him of this burden. But sometimes you must learn the hard way, and he is going to learn it in his final match in the MPWF. I am King of Evil, and I will pull the axe of destiny from hell. It's one scary individual as Thanatos, folks, and this casket match is going to be nuts. He says, and then I will take Abraham and Gabriel to the MPWF World Tag Team titles, and finally I will destroy Sean Stevens, and finally I will take his soul. This is over 10 years of battle. Thanatos wants to finally end Sean Stevens, but first he must meet his son in a casket match in the main event of Annihilation here tonight. And wait a second, this is Cat Smalls with Serenity. And Cat Smalls says, look, I know we have history, but I also have history of Pandora. You have to watch out for a blue and green mist. And I know that you can smell something fishy with this situation. Sasha is up to something, but you already know that. I could be in your corner at SummerSlam, but I'm not going to lie to you. It's to keep you and that title safe until Justice gets her smile back. Well, again, an interesting situation here now that's arisen with Cat Smalls. Serenity says, thank you for the warning and help, but you're not exactly trustworthy yourself. When Justice gets over a loss and returns, I'll be waiting for her. In the meantime, after SummerSlam, my offer still stands. Justice is a witch, and she will manipulate you and twist you to do anything she wants. You're an incredible talent, Cat. There is a better way. I can show you. But SummerSlam, I need to do on my own. Well, folks, there's a lot to think about here for Cat Smalls as well. Is she truly in this for Justice Fitzgerald, or after that battle with Serenity last episode, is she thinking of learning from Serenity? And it's time, folks. Tag team competition with the semi-finalists of the King of the Ring. Out to preview Night 1 of MPWF Summerslam, folks. And introducing first, the undefeated Tora. We saw how confident Tora was earlier tonight, confronting Jamie Emo and Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz. Tora believes that he is going to go all the way and become the King of the Ring. Like I said before, truthfully, the standout to win this is Tora. He's never lost. Quite frankly, he's never been pinned or submitted in the MPWF. So Tora right now has the biggest advantage going into the King of the Ring. And he will team with his opponent in these semifinals against the Cypher. Said he is slowly becoming a household name here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. But not quite there yet. We saw that with the fan poll vote. Coming in 4th place was Tora. Something that I heard that he was not happy about. And again, the silent rage of the MPWF. Tora is going to prove himself here tonight and prove himself at SummerSlam. You never go wrong with Linkin Park, folks. You could never go wrong with Linkin Park. Old or new, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. The YouTube champion. Again, like I said it, this is who we know is the sentimental fan favorite. The Cypher going into the semi-finals, folks. And again, the biggest momentum, I believe, is on this man's side right here, folks. Winning at Bound by Honor in that last man standing matchup with CJ Parker. The Cypher coming off a victory at WrestleMania. The Cypher has not lost on click-per-view since the Royal Rumble, where he was a part of the final two men in that matchup, and Shane Carter went on to win the CW World Heavyweight Championship. So in terms of momentum, I believe the Cypher has it, and again a huge opportunity to win. But one of the Cypher's biggest problems is getting the job done when it matters the most. Again, second place in the Royal Rumble, second place in the WrestleMania tournament. The Cypher needs to change that fortune at Summerslam. And again, this is a good way for him to show the MPWF fans that, you know, that he can preview that here tonight. Wow, what an ovation. What an ovation for this young man, the New York kid here tonight. And now it's interesting here as we look at the other side of the bracket of the semi-finals of the King of the Ring. I think both of these men, Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz, desperately need this King of the Ring victory here. Again, Jamie Emo has had an incredible record in the MPWF, folks. But Jamie Emo has also had a problem of those major moments. And again, it's been all screw jobs, folks, let's face it. Jamie Emo should have defeated Riot Sparks in a bit of Survivor Series. We always come back to that. Jamie Emo should have been the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion when he challenged Ricky Cash at the time, but it was Tony Sparks that caused that interference. Again, Jamie Emo lost the YouTube Championship in a situation where he should have defeated Lethal Mathematics. But how many times can you bring up other people, outside forces? Jamie Emo needs to get the job done at the King of the Ring. And again, what a journey it has been for this man. Getting his neck broken in 2023. Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz returned to the MPWF at WrestleMania 11 inside that Money in the Bank ladder matchup and was extremely impressive. I mean, it's Sub-Zero, folks. When has Ortiz never not been impressive? Again, running Sub-Zero Fight Factory as well. But again, his momentum got completely depleted when Klaus beat him clean as a sheet at MPWF Survivor Series. Again, right back to that night for Jamie Emo and Angel Ortiz. Survivor Series was not a good night for them. And Ortiz now, knowing that his adversary, as we saw earlier tonight, has the MPWF World Championship, there's no way that the winner of the King of the Ring isn't going to be in contention for that world title, folks. So Ortiz needs this win almost more than anyone, honestly. Almost more than anyone. Because there's starting to be a lot of questions asked. Can Ortiz still do this? The aura is still there, but is it slipping? That's the question. Is the fear, is the intimidation of Angel Ortiz wearing off here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation? So here we go. Tag team competition in our semi-main event here on episode 17 of Annihilation. It's been an incredible show thus far, and we're continuing that here. And what a big time matchup this is here. Look at the 4 men in this match. Any one of these men could be the next MPWF World Heavyweight Champion. Again, you want to know how good this roster is? The 2 champions, the Zero Limits champion and the YouTube champion, are here in the semi-finals of the King of the Ring, truly proving that they should be the champions on this brand. Again, there's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of near falls in this matchup. No man in this situation wants to lose, as you see there. Tora and Jamie Emo testing each other out. First time here for these men. As Emo picks up Tora back in this situation, and is now whipping him against the ropes here. And wait, Tora sidestepping Jamie Emo. Jamie Emo trying to grab him, but Tora fights back with that kick to the midsection. A big boot there by Tora. Former Fight Japan Core Wrestling heavyweight, openweight champion, junior heavyweight champion. Tora grew up in that FJCW circuit. Again, Jamie Emo from the URWL. And oh, look at that, saying he's not going to tag in Ortiz. Or he did in the end, but Jamie Emo letting Ortiz know here, and here we go. And again, the history of these men are former tag team champions, folks. They had to relinquish the belts because Ortiz got injured. Both of these men wanted to face each other. And again, if they both get to the finals, we will finally see this matchup. Angel Ortiz versus the Cypher here on Annihilation. But Ortiz there with 2 boosts to the face and an uppercut. Get on opposite sides from each other here. Again, whilst Ortiz was recovering, he trained with the Cypher. We know about that. We know that both of these men have a lot of respect for each other. Now the Cypher catching that boot. And now the Cypher catching Ortiz here with a spine buster. Again, the Cypher is a stand-up guy, boxer. Ortiz, MMA, more ground-based. And both men have helped each other's game improve, as Ortiz there with a shoulder block to the Cypher. And now Ortiz down with a Hurricane Rana, taking down the Cypher here. And the crowd loving it. The crowd here cheering for Sub-Zero. Oh, dropping that knee right to the throat there of the Cypher. Oh, Cypher catching him though, using that speed and youth here against Angel Ortiz, and throws him into his corner. And makes the tag, and in comes Tora. So the third of 3 tag team matches here tonight on Annihilation, and Insecurity there by Tora. Tora mentioned again at our previous clip review, Bound by Honor, how he wants to face both the Cypher and Angel Ortiz here. And I look at Tora picking up momentum. Look at these clotheslines here. Tora coming in there with full speed against Angel Ortiz. And Ortiz responds with a jumping savant kick to the face. But we mentioned it earlier, Ortiz is not afraid of anybody. He ain't going to be intimidated by nobody. There's no move, there's nothing you can do that's going to shake the psyche of Angel Ortiz. And oh, shooting star press there by Jamie Emo, bringing out them youthful high-flying days here. And now Jamie Emo here got Tora, and now German suplexing again with a bridge. With the bridge, and Tora kicks out though. And Cypher wants back in this matchup. He wants a piece of Jamie Emo. And now Tora, look at that big knife edge chop. But no, wait a minute, reversal and a kick to the back of the leg there by Jamie Emo. And Emo firing back again here. And now he's got him here in an inverted suplex. And drops Tora with it, and Jamie Emo going straight for the cover here. And again, Jamie Emo, wise veteran. No, again, wanting to fight, but wants this match to be over early. You don't want to risk injury before the King of the Ring semi-finals, let alone the final. Again, the first ever 2-night extravaganza at SummerSlam. Night 1 will be the semi-final matches. Night 2 will host the finals of the King of the Ring. Now, oh, look at that. Tora trying to make that tag to the Cypher, and Angel Ortiz wisely moving in the way of it. But then Tora, nice sit out, reversing there. And Tora, look at these combination strikes here by Tora. Oh my goodness. Caught Angel Ortiz off guard there, and Ortiz still with a knee to the face. And Ortiz, wait a second here. Here's Suplex City time, ladies and gentlemen. as he's got him here in a suplex. And now suplex number 2. And now going for 3, the hat trick here on Tora. Angel Ortiz, one of the most beloved wrestlers in the MPWF, taking everybody to Suplex City as he goes for the cover here on Tora. And Tora gets the shoulder up. And he makes a tag back into Jamie Emo. And Emo now with a drop kick, dropping Tora there. And then wait a minute, Emo going... Oh wait, Emo's going to top rope. You see Tora going to make the tag to the Cypher, he does. And Jamie Emo realizing the Cypher coming in the ring with a flying clothesline. And now, oh, a boot there by the Cypher. And Cypher now has Jamie Emo whipping him into the turnbuckle. And a body splash here by the Cypher. And he's got him up for a scoop slam here. And the YouTube champion dropping down Jamie Emo. And now, wait a minute. The Cypher going to the top rope. We've seen him use the 450 splash in the past. It's one of his top finishing maneuvers. But he's waiting for Jamie Emo to get to his feet. As a way with the Cypher now, distracted by Angel Ortiz, but no, catches Jamie Emo with a double axe handle. And there it is, this sold out capacity crowd here in Las Vegas, Nevada. On the side of the Cypher, there's a spine buster. Big time impact here on Jamie Emo with the cover, and Emo kicks out. Again, Cypher right back to those boxing body blows, dropping Jamie Emo again on the ropes. Now what is this here? Cypher's got him in a reverse Alabama slam it. Oh my gosh. Jamie Emo going face first there, and now the Cypher here going for a submission hold here on Jamie Emo. And again, more of that training with Angel Ortiz. The Cypher wasn't using submissions like this until he trained with Ortiz. But Emo fights back here, and Emo again with a drop kick. And again, you want a little bit of trivia here as well. The Cypher eliminated Jamie Emo from the 2024 Royal Rumble matchup. Again, something that Jamie Emo wasn't expecting as well. Again, embroiled into that rivalry with Ryan Sparks. But here comes Tora back into this match. Tora's been in the MPWF since WrestleMania, won the WrestleMania Championship, where Tora won $500,000, folks. And he has put it to good use since then, as he goes for the cover here on Jamie Emo after that powerbomb in the corner. And a kick out. Oh, right. Ortiz breaking it up. Ortiz breaking it up. And now Tora going after Ortiz here. And now Tora taking out Angel Ortiz. And Tora having no fear as well. As Tora diving on top of Angel Ortiz. And a referee here trying to stop Jamie Emo from diving on Tora. And oh, it's not going to stop him. It's not going to stop him. And oh, wait a minute. Emotion! Emotion on the floor there by Jamie Emo. Emo dropping Tora with the emotion. And they got this crowd in a frenzy. The referee needs to get out of the way here. 4 of the very best in not just Annihilation, but the entire Major Pain Wrestling Federation, folks. And oh, Ortiz was going for that F5, and Tora realizing it. I don't know how Tora's fighting back out after that emotion on the outside of the ring, but he is doing it somehow in a T-bone suplex there. And Ortiz grabbing the ropes, trying to bring himself back in here. And now look at this, Tora, not afraid to get dirty here. Again, this is a risky matchup, folks, putting this before SummerSlam. Any of these 4 men could get injured here, which we wouldn't want to see. We would not want to see, sorry, as I cannot speak right now. We would not want to see one of these 4 men not make it to SummerSlam. But the Cypher back here with Ortiz and another T-bone suplex there. And now wait a minute. Cypher could be looking for immortal technique on Angel Ortiz. And oh, look at this double teaming here by Tora and the Cypher. And oh, Ortiz realizing and fighting back, and he's got the Cypher up here, and Ortiz now going to go for the F5. F5's coming in, yes! F5 by Angel Ortiz with the cover, and I think the Cypher had the ropes, folks, but he did get the shoulder up. Yeah, what a matchup here. Listening to this crowd in Las Vegas, Nevada, showing the respect and appreciation for all 4 of these men. And again, how often do you see 4 fan favorites in the semi-finals like this, folks? It doesn't usually happen. Only in the MPWF do you see action like this. as Jamie up the top rope there with a big time crossbody on the Cypher now. Hooking the leg here for the cover. And Cypher kicking out. No, Tora breaking up the count. And what a drop kick there, catching Tora. Oh no, wait, punch. No, insecurity. But Jamie was going to watch out for the Cypher. And the Cypher now with a roll up here. Schoolboy on Jamie Emo. 2, and no, kick out. What a match, folks. Jamie moving out the way of the Cypher. And now, wait a minute. Rolls through here with another Schoolboy. Cypher again trying to grab the ropes, but he's going to have to kick out here. And the referee not calling for any rope breaks in this matchup. And Emo now having the Cypher, throwing him into the buckle. And Cypher fires back with 2 boots to the face here. And a spear there by the Cypher. Dropping down Jamie Emo. Spear out of nowhere by the Cypher. And Emo gets the shoulder up. What a match, folks. And Emo there. Knee to the face. Catching the Cypher off guard. And spear by Jamie Emo. Anything you can do, I can do better. And the Cypher just gets the shoulder up, folks. Could you imagine if this is the King of the Ring final? Jamie Emo versus the Cypher. But wait a minute, Angel Ortiz now heading to the top rope once again. What a preview this is for SummerSlam. Cypher now slowly getting to his feet. Zero Limits champion. Watching the YouTube champion, and he gets caught off the top rope. Ortiz took too much time and got caught off the top rope. And now the Cypher has Ortiz up for Immortal Technique, and he hits it. Immortal Technique. And now the Cypher making the tag out here to Tora. And Tora could be looking for the Kyoto Annihilator. And not to mention a fight with Klaus. The Immortal Technique and the Kyoto Annihilator. Ortiz is going to be done here, and he hits it. And he hits it with the cover. 1, 2, and Jamie Emo breaking it up. Oh my word, folks, the MPWF fans are loving this matchup. And now, Tora knocking Jamie off the apron. This is awesome, ringing through the arena here. And now Tora up the top rope with the Bloodlines handling Ortiz. And Tora is just like, I'm going to go for it again. I'm going to hit the Kyoto Annihilator again. Oh, wait a minute, what's he going for here? He's got Ortiz on the top rope here, on the tippy top. Tora could be looking for, wait a minute, he's got that T-pose suplex, and no, Ortiz realizes it. Ortiz sensing danger here, and he knocks Tora off the top turnbuckle. And now, wait a minute, Ortiz going back to the top turnbuckle himself, a place he doesn't go too often here, and he got caught for it earlier, and he got caught again! He got caught again, but close enough to Jamie Emo to make the cover, to make the tag, sorry. Oh my word, folks. All 4 of these men have been studying each other. All 4 of these men have been watching tape here. And wait a minute, emotion for the second time. Emotion on Tora with the cover, 2, and the Cypher just breaks it up. Oh my goodness, folks. Crowd now chanting fight forever, ladies and gentlemen. This is MPWF Annihilation. This is the action you can see here on the blue brand. And now Tora there with a jackknife cover here on Jamie Emo, trying to pin him here before Summerslam and a kick out. Then Tora said he wanted to fight, well he's getting it. He said he wanted to fight the best, well here they are. And wait a minute, Tora looking on the top rope. Jamie was slow to his feet, and Tora up the top now. Jamie reversed it. I think Jamie was sucking Tora in here. He went for that punch. Tora reverses. Tora now got Jamie up in that powerbomb position here. And now, powerbomb to the floor. Now Tora making the tag, and in comes the Cypher back in this matchup. Now Cypher could be going for the 450 splash here. Cypher off the top rope. 450 to Jamie Emo, but he moved. Too much time. Too much time. Wasn't able to get the tag, but gets the drop kick. And tag, and in comes Angel Ortiz. Sub-Zero back in this match again. And Ortiz could be looking for the F5 or the Kimura lock on the Cypher, but Cypher with the reversal. And wait a minute, Cypher! Put a Kimura lock on Angel Ortiz! Cypher putting a Kimura lock on Ortiz here! And Ortiz now able to escape it. And Ortiz is going to be thinking to himself, they're calling up the Cypher, but there's the small package. Some calling it inside cradle with the cover. 2, and Cypher gets the shoulder up. What a matchup this is here, folks. This could be the main event of any show at any time. These 4-man battle tag team matchup. Jack left cover here by the Cypher to Angel Ortiz. 2, and Ortiz. Oh wait, reversal with the cover. 2, Cypher kicks out again. Oh my word, folks. We still got a casket match. We still have a casket match. And now wait, reversal. Yes, reversal there by Ortiz. And Ortiz looking for the F5, but Cypher fights back with a boxing body blow. And I'll kick to the midsection here. Ortiz off the ropes. Oh, what a knee strike. And now Jamie Emo back in the ring. Cypher needs to make the tag to Tora here, but Emo not going to let that happen. Jamie Emo not going to allow that to happen here. And then goes for the kick. Reverses. Cypher then rolls through here on Jamie Emo. And now jackknife cover here on Emo. Emo not close enough to the ropes. 2. Oh my goodness. What a win. What a win. What a win. I said he had the momentum going in here. I said he had the momentum going in here. And again, he eliminated Jamie Emo in the Royal Rumble and pins him here tonight on Annihilation in this tag team matchup. Oh my goodness, folks. The Cypher with perhaps the biggest pinfall of his career over Jamie Emo in this preview matchup for MPWF Summerslam. If what we just saw there is any indication of what the King of the Ring is going to be like at SummerSlam, folks, we're going to be eating good. We're going to be seeing some generational matches, ladies and gentlemen. Generational match with Tora! Tora taking down Cypher, his opponent, and Tora now has the Cypher up here, and a Kyoto Annihilator. And Tora telling the world that he is going to win the King of the Ring. Oh, wait a minute, Ortiz. Tora not realizing. Oh no, Hurricane running there by Angel Ortiz. And Ortiz now going to send a message to Tora. And he's got him up for the F5. Ortiz now, F5. Yes, he hits it. Sub-Zero looking to win the King of the Ring here, folks. I talked about how important it was, but wait a minute, there's Jamie Emo, his opponent, and Jamie Emo has him up for the emotion, and he hangs on. And Emo now, second emotion. 3 emotions by Jamie Emo. He got caught in the pinfall tonight. But this isn't the King of the Ring tonight. The King of the Ring is at SummerSlam. Jamie Emo standing tall here tonight on Annihilation. Oh my goodness, folks. It is going to be bedlam at SummerSlam. And I cannot wait for the King of the Ring. But folks, we're going to head and take a look at the ending to Joan DuPont versus Cecilia Perez from ECCW. Jamie Emo pulling the momentum right here that he needed tonight, folks. She just pulled something out of her tights, and now drop kick. Oh my God! Oh folks, Cecilia Perez just pulled something out of her trunks there. And throwing Joan DuPont back in the ring, folks. And I went for the spin kick. DuPont still fighting back out though. And DuPont now go home driving for the second time, and she hits it. DuPont though still fighting back here. I don't know what foreign object Cecilia Perez used, but she did something on the outside of the ring there. And DuPont now. Oh wait, I'm missing the clothesline wildly. And I'll kick to the leg again there by Cecilia Perez. Off the ropes, and Perez there with a knee strike. Perez with the knee strike to Joan DuPont. And now wait a minute, what is this here? My God! A backflip knee facebuster by Cecilia Perez, and she retains the championship, but not without controversy. What a matchup, folks. But again, Cecilia Perez on the outside of the ring. You saw her rolling on the ground. Used something there on Joan DuPont, and it was because the finisher didn't work. The go-home driver, maybe Joan DuPont should have went for the cover here. But look at that move there. A back flip knee buster, or face buster, take it the way you see, how is the way you want it. Cecilia Perez proving to the world that she still has it and retains the ECCW Women's Championship here tonight. Like I said, folks, Cecilia Perez is no joke. Is no joke. Oh, wait a minute here, folks. Oh, and now look at who's coming out here. Angelina Peace, the Intercontinental Champion, Cecilia Perez's best friend, and they're coming to block. Wait a minute! Faye Bartlett's here as well. Oh no! Oh, this is not what the MPWF wanted at all. Oh, folks, we are going to get sued. We are going to get sued. The matchup is done. The fight is done. And Angelina Peace and Faye Bartlett are scrapping here in ECCW. I tell you what though, folks, this is well worth your $20 ticket going to an independent wrestling show. Support your local indies, folks, because you never know what you might get. And it's maybe a fight between Faye Bartlett and the Intercontinental Champion Angelina Peace. And now wait a minute, Joan DuPont with Cecilia Perez's kendo stick. And Joan DuPont taking exception to whatever the weapon was that Cecilia Perez used. Oh, this is pandemonium here in ECCW, folks. And now, wait a minute. And what a shot with a belt there by Joan DuPont. Oh, this is warfare. This is war here in ECCW at Destruction Francais. Taking it down, and now, wait a minute. Angelina Peace now taking out Faye Bartlett with the Intercontinental Championship. Oh my word, folks. These four women are going to go to war at MPWF Summerslam. Again, a special two-night extravaganza. And these two women are going to go to war in a tag team match. And wait a minute, Faye Bartlett trying to get back here, but been knocked completely unawares by the championship. And I mean, we apologize to ECCW. This is completely bled out from the MPWF to this promotion, folks. Oh, wait a minute, Bartlett though firing back here at Angelina Peace. And again, it cut me off from commentary, so I'm going to keep going, folks. This one might go all night. Again, we cannot predict what these four women are going to do. Cecilia Perez is being taken out of the ring as we speak. Joan DuPont standing tall over her. The officials here trying to break up this fight between Faye Bartlett and Angelina Peace. It is a constant war between these two women. And Joan DuPont standing tall in the middle of the ring here, folks. So you saw that footage from ECCW, ladies and gentlemen. Building to this matchup at MPWF SummerSlam. And Clarissa Clearwater saying, hello, fans. Reporting here with the MPWF Intercontinental Champion Angelina Peace and her partner for SummerSlam, the ECCW Women's Champion and Independent Wrestler Cecilia Perez. Ladies, you just watched the footage from ECCW and heard Faye and Joan's comments earlier tonight. What are your final thoughts before SummerSlam? It's amazing the 180 that has happened with the MPWF fans between Angelina Peace and Faye Bartlett. Peace says, Clarissa, before I get to SummerSlam and Faye's comments earlier, let me start by saying, look around. Look at the place we're in, the Performance Center. This is where it all started. The three of us were part of the very first class in this building, all the way back in 2013. We trained with the likes of CJ Parker, Chase Stevens, Fabulous, and even the CW World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Carter. They did. That they did, folks. And what a group of wrestlers that is. What a class we all were. For the women, Cecilia was the best and she won the WWF Women's title. I was the most loved by the fans and that never sat right with Faye. So she turned on all of us and forced her way to the top. It's crazy to me that the fans feel sympathy for her now. It's getting tiresome at this point, but she got what she deserved in not just Hell in a Cell, but in Paris as well. Karma bit her in the ass. Again, it's been nothing but strong words by Angelina Peace. SummerSlam is going to be no different. She's been embarrassed at every MPWF SummerSlam, and she's going to continue to do so. Go to MPWF Underground, Faye. Try and win the Underground title. But that's all it's going to be, is try. I won't let you take this Intercontinental title from me. You're not better than me, and nor will you ever be. You are fake. My real friend is right here with me. Cecilia is a day one, and she deserves an MPWF contract and the world. It's a very personal matchup. This tag team battle is going to be at SummerSlam. Cecilia says, I've sat back and watched Faye Bartlett have my career for 10 years. Everything she has done should be mine. It should have been me. After a SummerSlam, KK Kwan will be begging to have me sign on the dotted line. Faye, Joan, Paris was just a teaser of what is to come. Angelina is going to dominate both of you, and you're about to learn a lesson courtesy of Cecilia Perez. Well, folks, you heard the final words by all four women here tonight. It is going to be a war at SummerSlam. It is a long time coming for this tag team matchup, and on one of the biggest nights of the year, we're going to finally see it. As we thank Greta Van Fleet here for a theme song, When the Curtain Falls. But ladies and gentlemen, it is Faye Bartlett and Joan Dupont of Destruction Francais versus Cecilia Perez and Angelina Peace. The first semi-final matchup will be the Cypher versus Tora, the YouTube champion versus the undefeated wrestler at SummerSlam, as well as the Zero Limits champion Angel Ortiz versus the legend Jamie Emo. This is a battle of who wants it more, folks. And then for the undisputed women's championship, Pandora will battle Serenity in a matchup where Serenity needs to prove that she's ready to be champion and Pandora needs to step up, as well as six-person tag team matchup. As of right now, it's Sean Stevens, Christopher with Systematic Carnage versus Abraham Gabriel and Benson Clement. But if Clement loses, Thanatos will take his place. And the World's Heavyweight Championship, folks. Submission match rules, Ricky Cash versus Klaus. If Ricky Cash loses, he cannot challenge for the title whilst Klaus is the champion. And what got announced tonight, interpromotional rules, Joey Eagle versus Max Payne at SummerSlam, folks. Finally, these two men are going to go face to face. Face to face, but right now it is time for our main event. It is time for the casket match. We should all know by now that the Major Pain Wrestling Federation is a family affair, and even in the darkest pits of hell, that is no different. Father versus son for the crown, for the throne of evil. Benson Clement believes he has outgrown his father. We saw him put hands on Thanatos at MPWF Bound by Honor. The dissension has been happening as far back as before Survivor Series. And finally here tonight, our final time on 2K24. One of these men is going to the void, folks. And it seems to me that the MPWF fans may be cheering Benson Clement here tonight, which is definitely a shock, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it's the lesser of two evils for the MPWF fans. This is one scary individual that wants to bring fear back to the MPWF. And quite frankly, he brings fear every time he comes to the ring, folks. This is one of the scariest individuals we have ever seen. This dude is an absolute nutter, ladies and gentlemen. There is no two ways to describe it. But again, we are literally... what's that? In the Twilight Zone, The MPWF fans here cheering Benson Clement. I feel like something crazy that happened here in this match, folks. And Benson Clement's been putting people in caskets. This is the first official casket match. We saw what he did to Helios Christ. We've seen what he has done to Bishop. Sick Nick was taken out at the hands of Thanatos, and that never sat right with Benson Clement. Again, we're going to see how truly powerful Benson Clement has become, folks. And what a fitting theme song for this matchup and for Thanatos. For whom the bell tolls. And that is it. Who is the bell tolling for in this matchup? Your main event of episode 17 of MPWF Annihilation. And there he is. Thanatos himself. The Greek god of darkness, further than Hades, was Thanatos, and he is here in the flesh, folks. Being challenged by his son. Yeah, this is like Hades fighting the Titans, folks, or any of you that are well-versed in Greek mythology, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, pure Twilight Zone. Two men not usually liked by the MPWF fans. Father and son battling here in the main event. And I mean, Thanatos could care less about what the fans have to say here, folks. He'll send each and every one of you to hell, so I would probably keep quiet while Thanatos is in the ring. And there it is, folks. The casket being pushed to the ring. Whom the bell tolls. As you see here, the rules. There are no pinfalls or submissions, disqualifications or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent inside the casket. After closing the casket lid shut, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Both men have caused their, I was going to say fair share, but caused destruction in the MPWF. Again, Thanatos dominated the MPWF back in 2013, but Benson Clement did something that Thanatos was never able to do, and that was to get rid of Helios Christ. And oh, look at this here. Thanatos going right after his son. And again, there's going to be no pulling punches here. Oh my God. I didn't even get to say there's no pulling punches here. He just launched Benson Clement onto that casket. Both these men are sadists, folks. They are some crazy, psychopathic individuals. And again, father and son. This is some father and son bonding here. Oh my God. What the actual French fry, Jesus. Did you, that powerbomb on the casket lid was nuts, folks. And oh my God, again, Benson Clement face first into the casket. Yeah, Clement gonna fight back, bro. You gotta fight back here against your dad. Now look at this here. Straight for the goozle pipe. Straight to the choke. Yeah, so this ain't gonna be wrestling, folks. Our main event here, I told you the rules. But there ain't going to be no wrestling in this matchup. This is going to be a battle and war of attrition here. Benson Clement, Vampire of the Night. Like I said, Thanatos, Lord of the Underworld. And Benson Clement has Abraham and Gabriel on his side, but if Thanatos wins, they will side with evil. And again, you got to think about what Sean Stevens talked about earlier tonight, folks. When Christopher Eagle says that we got to take out both of these people, and Stevens says it's about balance, yin and yang, and we have to be prepared. That's the difference. Like I said, I hope Sean Stevens got something off his sleeves, because Benson Clement is beating his dad with his head, folks. And oh, what a boot to the face. And now wait a minute here. Thanatos has Benson Clement up. And now wait a second. Wait a second. Oh my goodness gracious me. That's your damn son. That's your damn son, man. I don't care what kind of evil voodoo nonsense you're into. That is your son. Thanatos down to the top rope. And wait a minute. Benson Clement fighting back somehow here. And now Thanatos all the way to the ground. Now wait a minute. Thanatos now being thrown inside the casket. And Benson Clement going to end this one here early. He's going to end this one here early, but wait a minute. Oh no. Nuh-uh. Again, I have to mention it in commentary, but there's no way you're beating Thanatos like that. Not gonna happen. Again, Benson Clement's never been in a must-win situation like this before. Benson Clement, you remember when Helios Christ chokeslammed him all the way back to hell? Again, funny enough, SummerSlam 2013, folks. It's almost like all of this stuff is planned out, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, big clothesline there by Thanatos, taking down Benson Clement. And now Clement, oh, all the way to the floor. I thought he was gonna hang on. But no. Gonna wait a damn minute here. Wait a damn second here. There's already a casket. Is there any reason to undo the announce tables? Is this what you guys discussed down in the void? Is to put someone through an announce table? Give me a break. Now Clement though fires back with these strikes here. And now look at these clummy blows. Not a single wrist lock has been applied in this match thus far. And now Benson Clement there with the shovel. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What a shot. What a shot. Yeah, Thanatos is out from that one. Benson Clement said, buddy, I'm Babe Ruth. And, oh my goodness, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. There's no other way to describe that other than disgusting. And now Clement here with the shovel once again. Thanatos slow to his feet. And oh, wait a minute, Thanatos, oh gosh. Thanatos fighting back and grabbing back onto the shovel himself. Clement in trouble and oh, frick. Oh my god. And oh, wait a minute. Goozled him. No, Benson Clement fighting out. Almost getting chokeslammed here. These both of these men. Oh wait, go for the tombstone reversal. Again, can you get CTE in the void? I don't know, but they're trying to do it here tonight. Lord have mercy. And now wait a minute. And now, oh gosh. Just threw him off. No move. Just threw him off. What does Mama Clement have to say about this, folks? This is insane. Oh, goodness gracious me. Like, did you guys not play catch enough? Is that what this is? Did you guys not go to enough like soccer games? Is this what this is? Is this what's leading to this here? As Benson Clement's in trouble, folks. Benson Clement's in trouble. Thanatos has him up for the tombstone power driver through the table. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Look, there's blood. There's blood now starting to pour around the ringside area, folks. And in the ring. Oh, this is turning ugly. This is turning ugly. A battle for supremacy of the darkness, folks. And oh, that's straight through. Thanatos threw him straight through. Clement couldn't even hang on. And Thanatos now telling his son, you are not my match. You are not ready for me yet. But wait a minute. Clement ain't done yet. Benson Clement will not die here tonight, folks. And oh, getting back out the casket, taking a breather though. And you need to. After the beating you've suffered so far. Now look at this here. Benson Clement unleashing the Luthez press. And the right hands, piston-like right hands on Thanatos. Now wait a minute, Clement got back those steel steps again. Oh, what the hell? That's crazy. And he's just throwing everything that's in the vicinity. Oh, inverted DDT. There you go. There's your wrestling move there, folks. This is an absolute war here. And wait a minute. Choke slam by Benson Clement to his father. But what more do you say about this main event, folks? It's a spectacle. It is literally a spectacle. Oh, Clement in trouble against Corbin. Look at this. Benson Clement is bleeding on his chest, folks. There is so much blood that it has covered his chest. Forget the crimson mask. It's a crimson t-shirt, folks. And now Thanatos, no getting caught. Benson Clement fighting back here. And oh wait, right by the goozle again. Choking him out one more time. Now listen to these sick fans. They're saying one more time. They want Benson Clement to choke Thanatos out one more time here. Well, wait a minute. Oh! God! Folks, I'm going to say it because it's probably late night by the time you're watching this matchup. And if you're a kid, you should have went to bed. But what the fuck are these two doing to each other here tonight, folks? Excuse my language. This is insane. This is insane. And now, wait a minute now. All the way off the ropes here. And now, oh my God, he fell all the way in. And I think Thanatos hit his head on the casket. And now Benson Clement saying this is it. Benson Clement saying this is it. He's going to bury his father here. He's going to bury his father here. And oh no. Thanatos is not done yet. Oh my God. Thanatos went for that tombstone, but Benson Clement with 2 throat chops and another one. Now what's Clement going for here now? Oh my gosh. Face first goes Thanatos. Oh, what an uppercut there by Clement. And now Clement fires with a clothesline to his dad. Again, Sean Stevens, I hope you're watching this, because this is what flesh and blood are doing to each other. So you can imagine what it's going to be like and how much stronger these two have gotten for SummerSlam. 6-man tag. Oh, throat chop again. And oh wait, no, reversal. And now, oh, Clement hitting that, sorry, Thanatos hitting that strike, but Clement now firing back against his father again. Oh. Okay, he's not even punching his son, he's overhand slapping him in the face. Oh, there's the first closed fist there by Thanatos. And went for it again to disrespect his son. And oh, what an uppercut! What an uppercut by Benson Clement, dropping his dad. And is the momentum shifting in this main event? Has the momentum shifted? And a chokeslam again by Benson Clement. Chokeslam again. Oh, he's got a steel chair here. He's got a steel chair here. Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. I think Thanatos is bleeding now, folks. I think Thanatos is bleeding now as well. And look at this. emancipation of the family in real time is what we're witnessing here. Oh no, wait a minute though. Thanatos fires back with a headbutt. And on Tombstone, Benson Clement in trouble. Tombstone pile driver by Thanatos. Oh my god. And oh, Thanatos is down though. Thanatos is down. Both men are down and out. Both men are exhausted here. And oh god. Vicious boot to the face there by Thanatos. So what's that song by Doja Cat? Paint the town red, paint the mat red. That's what's happening here tonight. Oh no, wait a minute. Benson Clement in trouble. Benson Clement in trouble here. Thanatos now throwing Clement. No, Clement hangs on though. And oh, what a boot to the face. Clement tried to hang on. Clement tried to hang on. And Thanatos now to end it after the Tombstone pile driver to bury his son. To send his son back to the void here. I don't know. Benson Clement still in it. Benson Clement still in it again. Another choke there by Benson Clement. Oh, wait a minute. Here it comes, folks. Into the void. Benson Clement looking for Into the Void on his father. And he is slowly measuring Papa Thanatos here. And Benson Clement now. The long kiss ignited Into the Void. He's going to do it, folks. He's going to do it. I know, wait, no. Thanatos is too strong. Thanatos is too strong. I know, wait a minute. Benson Clement reversing, spinning him around. Oh no, right back to the throat again. He is going to choke the life out of his father. And now Benson Clement has Thanatos on the ropes and he says goodbye. He just told his father goodbye. Clement now using the momentum and Thanatos all the way in. All the way in. Oh my god, look at that blood, folks. But Thanatos is not moving. Thanatos is not moving. Is the torch of darkness being passed here tonight? And now Benson Clement to send his father to the void. Two hands and he's done it. Benson Clement has achieved emancipation. Folks, that wasn't wrestling, that was war. The emancipation of the family of the void is over. Benson Clement has done it. He has sent his father Thanatos to the void. Benson Clement may now be the most powerful wrestler in the entire Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And now look at who's watching from the stage. Sean Stevens, because Stevens knows that Benson Clement is coming for him to do what his father could not. And Sean Stevens with the Tag Team Championships right now. He said that that's what he wants Abraham and Gabriel to go after. It's going to be a 6-man tag team matchup at MPWF Summerslam. Who is going to stop Benson Clement, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dwayne James Johnny Feelgood, and this was MPWF Annihilation. We will see you in Underground and then at SummerSlam. Good night, everybody.